Welcome back to Sledgehammer Horror, guys. I am Ken Sledge.
And I'm Ashley Sledge.
And let's talk horror. Now, you guys probably noticed that this is a whole lot of different backgroundage here. So I don't know what's going on. We got a pretty bad storm here, and our internet completely went out on us about 20 minutes ago. So we had to hurry up and scramble. Luckily, I have the most amazing owners at the place that I work, and I am able to come down here and do this. So if there are any interruptions because of our children that we had to bring down here with us or anything like that, I want to apologize ahead of time because this has been a crazy night. But
we're still going to have fun.
Yes. Still going to have a great time. And speaking of which, that wouldn't happen without the amazing gentleman I have here with us. And that is Monty G, Horror Miser over here, and the beautiful Knight from the Nightwatch Zone down here. So before we get started, let's start with you, Monty. Can you tell everybody a little bit about your channel and what you do?
Well, most people know me as the Horror Miser, Monty G. I review horror movies. I do horror movie reviews. I do live streams. Obviously, Knight and I know each other from Knight and the Deadly Venoms. I also host a live stream with all my friends from the Horror Hangout crew. I also do top 10s lists. Any type of anything horror related, that's where I come in from.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
Man. And we are a big fan of your channel. And we have a returning friend down here below us, Knight from the Nightwatch Zone. Knight, for the people that haven't seen you yet, can you tell them about your channel a little bit?
I do movie discussion, reviews, live streams, top 10s, all that good stuff. A lot of it is focused on horror, but I do also venture out to other genres as well. And, you know, whether it be action or sci-fi, martial arts. I'm a huge martial arts fan, so I love martial arts movies. Got to throw that out there. Yeah, that's pretty much about it.
Awesome.
So what I'm hearing right now is you're going to be in the Halloween Resurrection remake playing the Busta Rhymes role.
And I do a better job at the martial arts, that's for sure.
I believe
that 100%.
I can't say I do better with the acting, but I definitely do better with the martial arts.
Oh, no, I think you would do better with the acting.
I was just going to say that, too. So if you guys that are in the chat so far, we see there's some of you here, and we appreciate you, and I will get to the chat here in a minute. If you guys haven't already, I have Horror Miser, Monty G, and the Nightwatch Zone. I have their YouTube links down here in the description, so you guys can subscribe to them. Make sure you're checking them out, because we wouldn't bring them on here if we didn't, A, wholeheartedly support their channels, and B, think they were some of the most amazing people in the whole universe. So horror is universally loved, and I want to make sure these guys are getting the love that they deserve for all their hard work as well. So please make sure you're subscribing. Before we actually get into our list, I do want to catch up on the chat here real quick. First and foremost, where's Gavin? It is Gavin's early birthday. His birthday's tomorrow. So
happy
Gavin,
birthday, Gavin.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday, Gavin.
I hope it's amazing.
Happy birthday.
Nathan's here. He's been sick the last
Nathan.
couple of days. He told me he's been draining.
I'm finally getting over mine.
Yeah.
I can actually talk today. So
I actually let the kids talk to her again. Russell's here. What's up, Russell?
Hey, Russell.
Shaheem. I got to see Shaheem for the first time the other day. He was doing a live stream with Celise, and it was amazing, Shaheem, to be able to put a face to the name. And I'm so glad you're here. Shaheem's been one of our day ones, so we appreciate you being here.
Shaheem.
Hey, Sledgehammer, how are you? Hey, Tatum. It's
Tatum.
nice to see you. Thank you for being
Tatum.
out.
Hey.
And then everybody, man, you guys are so talkative already. I love it so much. What's up, Nathan? Russell, he smashed the like button. I hope the rest of you do the same. That's just kindness right there. Hey, J-Dev is here.
Hey, J-Dev.
What's up, my friend?
Hey.
Podcast in the Woods.
Hey,
What's
Podcast
going
in
on,
the
buddy? I
Woods.
can't wait to hear your new recording. That's right. Happy birthday to Mrs. Danielle Harris today.
Woohoo.
Oh, guys, we got a donation. So I think everybody knows what that means by now. So first off, Charles, let me say thank you. I'm glad you're excited. And thank you for the donation.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby.
We appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Is Sledgehammer Horror streaming from a grocery store? I wish. It is. I'm not going to say the name, but it is an automotive store that I work at. I am a parts professional. So if you missed it off the top, I won't go too far into depth, but we did lose all of our internet here in the town that we live in. So we had to come down to my place of work. I have the nicest, sweetest owners in the world that are so supportive of Sledgehammer Horror. So I appreciate you, Mike and Julie. I love you to death. And one last thing before we get started. One person that you guys have probably all seen here in the chat is Chris Marshall. Chris Marshall has been a good friend of Ashley and I's for a very long time. We've taken road trips together. He's part of our family, and him and his wife Christina lost Christina's mother today. Chris, he said he was going to watch this later. I was like, dude, fuck Sledgehammer Horror today, man. Family first. And Chris and Christina, when the eventuality comes and you do watch this, we love you. We're here for you if there's anything you need, and you know that we're just a phone call away. So I do want to say that I love you both. And again, we know what that feels like. I've lost my father-in-law. She's lost her mother-in-law. So it's hard. And you were two of the nicest, sweetest people I could ever hope to meet. And I wish nothing but happiness for you. So in this time of hurt, we love you and we hope everything's okay with you.
Yeah, trust me. I know that feeling too. I lost my mother several years ago. So trust me.
It's tough.
I wouldn't wish that on anybody, man.
Absolutely not.
It's the worst feeling. And one last thing, I guess, before we start, you guys may notice that we are missing a key character of the story tonight. Our buddy Craven Something Scary.
Hey.
I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, he's very, very
getting
sick.
Better.
We hope that you're getting better, my friend, and no hard feelings. Me and Ashley are very health conscious. Health first. There's going to be plenty of streams. You just get healthy, and we will definitely catch you on the next one. So everybody, make sure send Craven some love, man. We definitely
get well, Steven.
In this profession that we all do, your voice is very, very important.
It is.
So
absolutely is. Without that, you don't have anything.
Exactly. So we are here tonight, guys, to talk about our top 10 favorite psychological thrillers. Now, something Ashley and I wanted to say right off the rip. Every subgenre of horror is very hard to lock down. So something that I call a psychological horror, she may call a slasher. Like some films on my list may be considered a slasher, or they may be considered something else, but they fucked with my mind. And to me, that's what a psychological horror film does. It messes with your mind and makes you look at things a little bit differently. So remember,
this is my favorite genre too.
Yes.
Because I love a good twist. Like you think something's going to happen and then something totally different happens and it blows your mind. Like I love that.
I always feel that way when me and Ashley are together. Like you see me and you never guess it's going to be someone that looks as good as her. And then she comes and there's the twist.
Stop it.
I just wanted to say that, guys, remember the one thing we have the greatest community here, like with our chat, with other people that we have literally the greatest community in the world. But I just wanted to make sure that I didn't get any of that's not a psychological horror. Like, again, we don't have any gatekeepers here. I know you're all beautiful and you're all amazing. So
it is what you make it. Horror is what you make it.
Do you have any honorable mentions?
Right.
I have two.
Do you gentlemen have any honorable mentions?
I have two.
Yes.
Okay. I have two as well. So I will start us off. My honorable mentions are the original The Wicker Man and Brad Pitt 7. These are my two honorable mentions. 7 probably would have been higher up on the list. To me, it definitely tiptoes on the horror element, but I feel like this is definitely a horror movie, and I feel like it is a very psychological horror. I remember bawling the first time I watched this movie at the end. The what's in the box, even though it's become a funny meme now. The what's in the box scene.
Oh God, really, what's in the box?
Really, yes, like that got me so bad the first time I seen it. Like my heart was broken into pieces, and then The Wicker Man, what else can you say about that movie? The first time you watch it and you find out what's really happening there at the end, it just really, really blows your mind, and it's upsetting, and it's scary. Like that's such a scary ending, like that impending doom that you're feeling there at the end. So my honorable mentions, The Wicker Man and 7. What about you, my love?
Okay, so I have Secret Window with Johnny Depp. So that movie, I went back and forth that entire movie. Like, is he crazy? Like, is this guy really trying to get him, his neighbor? And then at the end, he makes his corn and he's eating it. And he says, I'm sure in time, every bit of her will be gone. And something like that. And the mystery, it'll be a mystery to me too. So you find out that he has this like identity dissociative disorder. And
Why'd you put on the hat? I don't know.
yeah,
I love that.
and like I said, I love a good twist. And like you like to guess and know what's going on, you know, try to guess what's going on. But I was blown away by that one.
Okay.
And then Split.
Oh,
yeah.
another
So
very good one.
this one, I mean, he has 10 different personalities, and you get to see each one. Which he, what's his name?
James McAvoy.
Yes,
James McAvoy.
Yeah, McAvoy. Yeah.
He played all those different characters so well, and he did such a good job. But when you hear about the Beast, and he actually like becomes the Beast at the end, I think is awesome.
Right.
And so I had to add that to my list too.
His ability in that movie to portray every single one of those roles, not just as good as he does, but as quickly as he jumps back and forth.
He jumps back and forth between a woman and a little boy. And he did a phenomenal job with that.
So,
Yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I like Split so much was because of how fast and how separate each identity is. Each identity is his own character, even though it's the same actor playing them. They all have their own separate characters, and that was made that film so amazing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
So, what about your honorable mentions, Monty?
All right. One is actually going to be a movie that came out during my childhood called Magic. Now, Knight, you probably remember this one because one of the reasons why I like this particular psychological picture was because I think I might have been 9 or 10 when I saw the trailer, and I just got this down pat. Abracadabra, I sit on his knee. Presto, Chainsaw, now he is me. Hocus pocus, we take her to bed. Magic is fun. We're dead.
That's awesome.
And everyone loved it on when we did that stream right there. But it's still, as I got older, when I watched the picture, it's such an amazing psychological horror thriller.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thriller. Of course, and it has Anthony Perkins, and he was rating that film.
You said it's called Magic?
Yeah, it's called Magic.
I just wrote it down so that way Ashley and I can watch it. I've never seen it.
You never
Yeah,
seen it?
it's awesome.
It's awesome. You're gonna love it. Yes. Yes. Of course, you never can forget that trailer. And see, Ian Tatum agrees with me. And let's see, my second mention going to be Rosemary's Baby.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes, I have to go to old school on you guys.
No, I get it, man. That's a great choice.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great choice. Yeah, very. Nothing really scary or anything. It's just how the atmosphere is and the acting, and of course, especially at the end when Rosemary finds out what is actually going on for actual baby, and you see the demon eyes at the end, and she just gives that oh shit look moment right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good. I mean, and I love the fact that they did that. I love the fact that they left it so ambiguous there at the end. Like, that's one of the greatest choices in cinema history right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, what about you, Knight? What are your honorable mentions?
Well, it's so funny you said that, Monty, because that's one of my honorable mentions too. I went with Rosemary's Baby. And that ending, I'm telling you, man, and I just rewatched it. I don't know, maybe about a month ago, and I've seen it many times over the years. But that ending, I mean, the movie is great, right? But the ending is so fantastic, and they show you nothing, right? But it's all about the music. It's about all of the characters. And when Rosemary takes a look in that bassinet or whatever, the look on her face, it was just it still sends chills up my spine. So it had to be on my list. So and it's a classic. If you haven't seen it, you got to check it out. It's a slow burn, but it is very psychological. Very psychological.
Very worth it. Love that movie.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. My second honorable mention. Now, this is a movie that it messed me up, man, because I'm trying to, when you watch these movies, at least for me, I'm trying not to figure out everything as I'm watching it. I'm just trying to let it wash over me. But the movie was so, I don't know if weird is the right word, but I'm like, what's going on? Saint Maud.
And newer film.
Yes, it's a newer film. I think it came out, I don't know, maybe about 2-3 years ago, right,
I
Monty?
think it came out in 2019, but
Yeah.
it didn't hit the states until 2020.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it played out because I remember when I think Emma from Spooky Astronauts, which she mentioned it before, it was playing at
Yes.
film festivals before in 2019, and then it got released in 2020, and that's when I saw it, and it's like, what
Mhm.
in the hell's wrong with this woman?
Man, it's such a roller coaster. It's a very close-knit type of movie, very psychological.
Mhm.
Not to get too deep into it, but the lead actress, basically this religious zealot and so forth and so forth. And there's a lot of weird stuff going on, and you're just trying to figure out, is this real? Is it not?
Mhm.
And you could literally make a case on both sides and all the way up until the end. Put it this way, and I'm not going to give it away because it's a newer movie. At the
Yes.
end, my jaw just dropped. I was like, what? So it's a really, if you like slow burns, if you like psychological stuff, this is a great movie. I was so glad I finally got a chance to watch it because I heard a lot about it too.
Yes, yeah, it's called
Right.
Saint Maud, Tatum. Yeah, you
Yeah.
definitely want to watch it out.
Saint Maud.
Saint Maud, for sure.
Mhm. Yep.
So before we move on, I would like to go to the chat real quick. Hope you feel better soon, Craven. God bless you, Craven. Get well, Craven. Honestly, honorable mentions or Get Out and Us. I can promise you, we'll talk about at least one more of those here in a little bit.
Yes, you will.
Thank you guys in the chat. No, buddy, we love you and we hope that you. Yes, there we go. Voices on the mend. Good.
Yeah, yes.
Good.
Yeah. Get well, Stephen.
You haven't.
That's right.
You at night together. I want you guys to both. You guys have angelic voices, and I want you guys to read my life story on audiobook when it comes out. I want you guys to swap chapters. I do think the box scene is still very powerful too. I completely agree with you. I think it's one of the more powerful moments in any movie. We miss you, Craven. We absolutely do. Honorable mention 7 in Secret Window.
Nice.
Hey, what's up, John? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, John.
John?
Hey, John.
Love Magic Fats rules.
Mhm.
Now, you guys know we got a donation, so I got to do it.
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby.
Thank you, Slaughtered Lamb. Seriously, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Yeah, I agree. Your impersonation, Monty, was completely on point. Yes, it was Saint Maud. It's right here,
Yes.
Saint Maud. That is the one. You definitely got to check that out, Tatum. I think that you will love that. So we are now going to be going on to our number 10. Do you want to start us off with that one?
Sure. So number 10, I had to choose Saw. It had to be on my list. I mean, we all know the twist and what happens at the end, and everybody first viewing was just shocked.
Oh, yeah.
What happened at the end?
Huh?
What happened? So at the end, you have the guy that's laying in the bathroom,
Yeah.
and you find out that he was the killer the whole time.
Yes.
Right.
Twist. That's very twisty.
That is a very big twist.
It really is. But I mean,
Ashley was like, "You got to get that Pikachu thing on here for me." I was like,
That
"We're
was
going to
good.
use it so much tonight."
That was good.
Oh,
but I mean, it's like when you think about it, and it's like a mind game. If
Yeah.
you don't play the game the right way, you're gonna die. And they didn't trust each other, and then this guy on the floor, he's still alive, and just everything that when they flash back to all the stuff that you probably could have picked up on if you knew what was going on at first viewing, but obviously most of us didn't. And again, mind blowing. And I mean, that was a really good twist. And first viewing, I was another one. My jaw just dropped.
One of my absolute favorite cinema experiences I've ever had.
Absolutely. It was so much fun when all that stuff happened, and you see that.
You get the do do do.
Yeah.
And
And he shuts that door, and it's just
Game over.
Game
just
over.
chilling.
That was
Just
great.
chilling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a great choice.
Thank you.
All right. How about you, Monty? What comes in at number 10 for you, my friend?
Coming in at number 10 is The Perfection.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, it
Nice
was a
choice.
very interesting movie that I think came out 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I think when it came out 2 years ago. I think it came on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
Michelle,
the violin one or the
Yeah.
cello one where they're trying
the
to
violin
learn how to play
and the
music?
cello. Yeah, the violin and the cello, yes, yeah, it was the perfection. Yes, it's about this music prodigy. She thinks she's getting the spot, but she finds out that this other woman's getting the spot. And even though you get a lot of flashbacks, it does make sense. It does actually push the narrative up, because once you think you see one twist happening, and then next you know we see the flashback, and then we get another twist. Then we see one thing happening, and then we get another twist, and we find out what's the real motivation between the Michelle Williams character and I forgot the black actress's name. You know, what was their real purpose of what they were doing? And then when you get to the final part, you're like, holy shit, damn, that's that was good. Yes. Yeah. So coming in number 10 is the perfection.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very
How about
cool.
you, Knight?
Let's see. My list is here. At number 10, I've got Shutter Island.
Oh, my
Man.
boy Leo.
Still have not
Leonardo
seen that yet.
DiCaprio. You haven't
Still have
seen
not-
it?
I have not seen Shutter
Monty,
Island
you
yet.
gotta
Ooh,
watch it, brother.
You gotta see it, man. Seriously, it is
Has
so.
has the movie
good.
been spoiled for you?
No, it has not been spoiled for me. No.
Okay, don't look up anything.
Okay, then you have to watch it.
Yeah.
Don't look up
Yeah.
anything. It will blow you away when you watch it.
Okay.
Yes,
Just
man.
for you guys, I'll watch it and do a review on it.
Yes, you should.
Yes.
Seriously, it is good. It's a fantastic movie, man. It's a beautifully well-made movie. It's creepy. Obviously, according to the title of the movie, it takes place on an island, a secluded island. Leonardo DiCaprio was amazing in this movie. You've got Mark Ruffalo co-starring, as we all know him as the Incredible Hulk, but he was awesome in this movie. You've got Ben Kingsley. I mean, the street cred for these actors is high. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You've got who else you got? You got Max von Sydow is in it. I mean, it's like you got heavy hitter actors. But anyways, long story short, it's a mystery. The whole film is a mystery. It's a roller coaster. It's such a good movie, and I think Leo was amazing in this film. You really did not know
Did he get
where
an
it
award
was
for
going to
that?
go.
Nope.
He did.
No.
I thought he got an award for that.
Nope.
No,
He
I
should
wish
have
he
gotten
did.
an award for that.
He should have.
Yeah.
Well,
It was fantastic.
it has one of the most. It has one of the most chilling dialogues to end a
Yes.
film.
Yes.
You know, and like your heart breaks, but at the
Yes,
same
it does.
time, I can't say much more, Monty.
Yeah,
I don't want to ruin
Yeah.
it.
Don't
No,
ruin
yeah.
it for
Yeah,
him.
you got to watch this,
Yes.
buddy. I
Yes.
cannot wait to watch your review on this, my friend. It's going to be
Yes.
great.
Yes,
Absolutely.
definitely will. That will definitely be on the watch list.
Awesome.
It's
So
good.
coming in at my number 10 is a brand new, probably the newest movie on anybody's list. And it's a movie that I liked it the first time I watched it. It sank in. It started to really creep into my brain. And I just absolutely love this movie now. And that is The Nighthouse.
Oh,
I
I
forgot
watch
about the
that.
Nighthouse.
Yeah.
I think
What?
I have a lot of old movies, but
Who hasn't watched The Nighthouse yet?
me.
Oh, Night, you
It's
gotta watch
on
it,
my
buddy.
list. I've been waiting
Yeah.
to watch it. I keep hearing good things.
it's
I'll
a
tell you
great movie.
this. The lead actor in that movie loves his wife almost as much as I love Ashley. It's close. Close. And obviously, I'm not going to get too spoilery here tonight because you haven't seen it. And out of my respect and admiration for you, I'm not going to spoil anything because this is another movie I really think you should go into
Oh yeah.
without spoilers.
Yeah.
But everybody that knows me knows, everybody knows Sledgehammer Horror knows, Ashley's the gore whore. I am the emotional one in the relationship. And
That's
this
right.
movie is the horror version of The Notebook. You know, like it's a total love story. And it's so good. And like I said, I'm a sucker for a good love story. I really am. Like I'm the emotional one. I'm the one.
And I'm like, bring on the guns.
yeah. She's like enough of this crying shit. When are they gonna cut his face
tear
off?
his intestines out. Come on.
If you really want to make the guy cry, just bust out his kneecaps. That's what you got to do.
So I take it then you saw the sadness then, right?
Oh, I love the sadness.
Ooh.
Love the sadness.
You haven't
Oh,
seen the
it
sadness
was-
yet, Night?
I have. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It was bonkers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so for me, number 10 is The Nighthouse, and it's just a movie that I could watch it again right now.
Mhm.
So
yeah, it's a very
um,
good movie.
before we get into our number 8, we will catch up on the chat real quick.
Number 9.
Yeah, that one. May. I haven't seen that in a
Hey,
minute.
that's good.
May.
Ooh,
What's up,
yeah,
Steven?
that's a good
Hey,
one.
Steven.
She's so pretty. I assume you're talking about Ashley, but you could be talking about me. I don't know. 10 American Psycho.
Psycho.
Very
Mhm.
good choice.
Yes.
I'll be right back. I got to go return some videotapes. Um,
Oh,
number
gosh.
10, Get Out. Jordan Peele had a solid psychological hit on his hands with that movie, a pure masterpiece.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Ashley is canceled. She didn't have.
I
Saw
knew you were
high
gonna.
enough.
I knew I was gonna get canceled for that. I knew it.
Ooh.
I knew somebody would say that.
Yeah, because
I love that.
there's that bit controversy when it comes to Saw. People actually like Saw 2 better than the original
Yeah.
Saw.
Mhm.
No,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think
I
3
kinda-
is the best in the franchise.
3's okay, but you know,
3 is good.
yeah, 3's okay, but I can understand the reason why people enjoy Saw 2 better than the original Saw, because obviously Tobin Bell was in that film more as opposed to the first one, but the first one still holds its own.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
it was original, and of course, you know, obviously the shock factor because we didn't know he was alive
Right.
when that happened.
Yes.
So
Right.
you know,
Yeah,
Thank you, Tatum. Thank you so much.
I agree. Ashley, you are so beautiful. The Nighthouse is good. I'm glad you liked it. Ooh, listen, Frailty is an underrated psychological horror movie. Listen,
yeah, it is.
okay.
It is.
Uh,
No one talks about that movie.
I
yeah.
almost put this on my list, and
Okay.
I'm gonna say this.
We will talk about this.
Frailty means a
Wow.
lot to me and Ashley. That our very first episode of Didn't See That Coming was on Frailty. That's how much that movie means to us. I'm a huge fan, Sean, of Frailty. So I'm glad you brought that up.
Yes.
Apparently, we're going to be talking about it
We
again
are.
in a little bit. So stay tuned for that.
Ooh.
Nighthouse is the go-to. Yeah, I love the Nighthouse. Such a good movie. Love Frailty. The Sadness is a Macabre film. Top Gun 2 is 9 out of 10. Haven't seen that yet. Session 9. Yeah, that's a found footage psychological horror film. Ma, another underrated film. Yeah.
Not a fan.
I'm not gonna listen. The acting in it was phenomenal.
Oh
But
yeah.
I wasn't a fan of the movie.
No, neither was I.
But I love the fact that you love it. That's the most important thing, Sean.
That's
None
good.
of us are the same, and that's what makes these lists so much more fun.
Mhm.
I also like Saw 2 more than Saw. I hope you remember me, Sledgehammer. I remember you from Craven, and I remember you from getting your boob stuck in the garage door and getting crushed and scream.
Oh,
That's the right Tatum.
I don't think so.
That was quick. That was
That's a good
quick, Ken.
Malefique, Tatum, and you know what? I'm just so glad that you're here. You know, if you're a fan of Horror Miser Monty G, you're a fan of the Nightwatch Zone, we love you and we want you to be here. So thank you for being here on the stream.
Yeah.
Seriously, I make jokes a lot, but one thing I don't like to joke about at all is how much you guys mean to us. The people that join the chat, the people that join the stream, you all are considered friends to us. That's why you've never heard me call you guys fans ever, because I don't believe that term to be true. We love you all, and the fact that you want to spend your Wednesday night hanging out with us talking about horror, like, it makes me and Ashley feel so good.
Absolutely.
So good.
yes.
Especially the night we've had.
Yeah,
It's
a little
been
bit stressful.
It's been a
but
stressful night, and you know, to be able to come here and do this type of stuff with people that mean a lot to us, it makes our night a lot better. So
Absolutely.
thank you, every single one of you, for coming out and hanging out with us for a little bit. We love you too. So that brings us to our number 9, and Horror Miser Monty G will be starting us off at number 9.
Number 9, I have The Others.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, Nicole Kidman.
Yes, Nicole
Yes.
Kidman. Yes, yeah. Didn't see that twist coming. Which
No.
when I just like with Ashley, one of the things I like about a good psychological horror, when the writers do something and they give you something you never expected. Because most of the time when I'm watching a good psychological horror picture, I'm already trying to figure out, where is the narrative going? Where is this going? And it's like all of a sudden it's like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. That's pretty good. I like that originality, because we don't get that a lot in horror pictures. You can still have a similar premise, but as long as you have good characters and good writing, and you set it up, you have the atmosphere set up, you have everything set up, that next thing you know, once the twist happens, you're like, holy shit, that's good.
I'm sorry. I completely agree with you. And what I like about that is the fact that you said you didn't see it coming, because somebody else said the same thing.
See it coming, did ya?
So
Good old Mickey.
old Mickey had us there too. So Knight, you want to give us your number 9?
All right. So this is a movie I had never heard of, and it was something I did for an episode with Ben from Cadaver Club and Patrick from Half Cheater Wolf View. This movie is crazy. It's called Kill List, and not too many people have heard of it. I think it's from
I
2011.
think I know what that is. I haven't seen it, but I think I know what it is.
Man, I'm telling you, it's a British psychological horror crime drama type of movie. I don't want to give anything away about it. First of all, the basics of it, the structure of it is you have this guy who was in the service. He comes home. He's kind of dealing with regular life. He has a wife and so forth and so forth. And then his past surfaces up and things spin out of control. I think that's about the most general way to explain it. But I'm going to tell you guys this movie, it almost has like 3 vibes in it that all leads up to the ending. And when the ending happened, like you were just talking about, you didn't see the twist at the end of the others, Monty. The end of this movie, it wasn't so much that the twist, you didn't see it coming, but you're just like, what the hell did I just watch? I just went on this weird ass journey, and I don't know how I got here. I don't know
and
who
you're like, I don't know
am.
how I feel about it either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's very true, Ashley. Seriously, I did not know how to exactly feel, but I knew that I felt like, wow, that was a friggin' good movie. And nobody talks about it. It is such a good movie, in my opinion. Kill List. And like I said, I was so
We're gonna have
glad
to check that out.
yeah, it's
Mhm.
trust me, it is the way it is, the story unfolds. It's just very unique. Like you won't see things coming. You won't. And if you do, I want to hear about it.
Well, like Knight just
Didn't see
said,
it coming, did you?
He's gonna be playing with that all night.
I am. You
Right?
shouldn't have told me to get that.
I know.
You know what? I can't. Don't look at my list.
I'm not
Cheater.
looking at your list.
I've got that written down too, buddy. Oh, you can't see it. It's blurred out.
It's blurry.
There it
It
is.
is.
Yeah,
Kill
it's
List.
Kill List.
We got it written down.
I don't know
Yeah.
if he can read his chicken scratch.
Ashley and I will definitely watch it. Number 9 for me might be the most controversial pick on my list because I know a lot of people may not consider this a horror movie, but it genuinely scared me and had me full of suspense. My heart was racing till the very end of the movie, and that is with one of the best looking dudes ever in the history of the world, Jake Gyllenhaal, and Wolverine himself, Hugh Jackman.
Oh, okay.
Prisoners.
Prisoners.
Yes.
This movie rocked my world.
Yes.
Like Paul Dano, who just played the Riddler, is in it.
He's fantastic
so-
at anything he does.
So
Yes.
good.
Yes.
Paul Dano
He is.
is a modern day character actor
Yes.
that is super underrated.
Yeah, he is.
And if you haven't seen Prisoners, the basis is these 2 girls, young girls, get kidnapped and their parents are trying to find them. And it's one of those, how far will a parent go to get his kids back? Will he do the most unimaginable things you can possibly imagine
I would.
to get his kids back? And
But then you feel so like there's so many emotions.
I can't
yes.
think of the Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard
Is the other dad. Yeah.
he's the other dad in the movie, and Terrence Howard puts, like, as great as Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal do in this movie, which I'm not understating because they are both so amazing in this movie. I think Terrence Howard's acting really steals the show in this movie. And I think this is Terrence Howard's best film since Crash. I think he does his best acting in Crash and Prisoners. I think those are the 2 movies where Terrence Howard goes all the way. And when you have him talking to Hugh Jackman and he's crying and he's like, what are you doing? Like, you're gonna kill him. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
like,
you
I got
feel
little emo goosebumps right now.
You totally
just
feel it for
thinking
sure.
about that. So it's a movie that Ashley and I went and seen in the cinema, and you talk about an ambiguous ending. It's another one where I hated the ending.
Yeah.
I was so pissed. And then it sank in, and I was like, you know what? That's the only way to end that movie. That's the perfect way to end that movie. That's a complete circle on his journey. So Prisoners, I very much enjoy the movie, and for me, so much that it's number 9 on my list. What about you, my love?
All right, so this one also people probably won't think is necessarily a horror movie. But I totally do, and it's What Lies Beneath.
Oh, with Harrison Ford.
Ooh,
Yes.
That's a
yeah.
total horror movie.
Yeah.
I love that
Yes.
horror
So
movie.
you're
classic.
thinking all types of stuff with this.
Yeah.
Like you're
Mhm.
thinking that it's the neighbor, and like you're never thinking that it's Harrison Ford, her husband, and
Yep.
then you get this twist, and you.
That's a twist. That's very twisty.
Yep, it is. It really is. And I mean, like the scene where they go into the water and you see the girl,
Her.
like that scared the crap out of me. So
Mhm.
I totally consider it a psychological horror because I mean, like I said, she's got you thinking that
Yeah.
the neighbor's murdering his wife, and
Mhm.
that was a great movie.
What I love is like you go back and rewatch this movie now, and at the time when I first seen this, Scary Movie 2 had already been released.
Mhm.
So a lot of the like when in Scary Movie 2, when they like she's gonna find out your wife, and it's the Wayne's brother that's there.
Yeah.
Like it obviously
Yeah.
ruined when I watched this movie.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's where they got that for Scary
Yeah.
Movie 2. But when you
Yes.
watch that scene when she comes down, and because
And
her,
it's her face.
yeah, the young girl, and it's not who is it? It's not Nicole Kidman that plays the wife.
That's
It's
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle
Michelle
Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
The young girl and Michelle Pfeiffer look so much
They do.
alike.
They do.
Mm.
That when they do that transition, like it's
It
such
was
a
perfect,
seamless
yes.
transition.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um, Oh, what a good choice! I wish I would have done that. That's
That is
good
a great
movie to
choice.
choose.
Yeah, it's a great choice. Yeah.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
All right, so Horror Miser started this off, so we'll catch up on the chat real quick before we go on to our number 8. Let's see here. I got rained on after work, so the stream totally made my night.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry you
glad
got
we
can-
rained
Alright.
on.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the words of our friend, the Crow, Eric Draven, it can't rain all
Can't
the
rain
time.
all the
Cheyenne.
time.
Yep.
But it does every day I have off.
Right.
I was literally
Oh.
doing yard work in the rain.
Hey, what a
Ooh.
That's
twist.
a twist. That's very twisty.
I'm going to overuse that too. I'm sorry, guys.
Hey, now you got to
Nine-
put that in there, just like with the Hellraiser.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you gotta put that in there.
Yes. The Strangers. The Strangers has one of the scariest lines of dialogue in any movie. When
Yes.
she's like, "Why us? Because you were home."
Home.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's so because it's so real, and it's like
Yeah.
this could
Mhm.
happen.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about you.
Yeah,
I don't
Mhm.
care about you.
Very
That's
effective.
the whole thing. Like
Yeah.
you're not special.
right.
I'm not doing this because
Yep.
of something. I'm doing this because you were the one that was here.
Yeah,
There's
that's
nothing
very
about you
chilling.
that stands out. Ooh,
Mhm.
ooh.
And Liv Tyler was
Mickey
so
is an
good in that
underrated
movie.
killer.
Mhm.
And the best thing about Mickey being the killer in Scream 2,
Didn't see it coming, did you?
no, I didn't.
No.
Sorry, J Deb, you set me up for that one, buddy. I had to take it. Jacob's Ladder. Yeah, I totally consider it a horror movie.
I
Major
hope you
piece.
guys have not seen the remake.
No.
I have not.
Mm-mm.
No,
No.
don't,
No,
don't.
not good.
No.
Not worth
No,
it.
No.
No.
The original
If you
Jacob's
made your
Ladder
peace-
scared the crap out of me, man. I
Yes.
Then
literally
the devils
I
are
did
really angels.
I didn't watch that movie for years because it creeped me out so bad. I
Dude.
saw it as a
Mhm.
kid. It creeped me out so bad. I probably didn't see it again until I was like in my early 20s because it was just so creepy.
Yeah.
For real.
Mhm.
Seriously.
It's so good, dude. Like
It
such a
is.
good movie. The Strangers, there it is. The
Mhm.
killer's got the upper hand. There was no happy ending. Love Prisoners, me too. I actually modeled my haircut after Jake Gyllenhaal's in Prisoners. Prisoners is awesome. Oh, Shaim, please, Shaim. Shaim, after you watch Prisoners,
Yes.
please text us and let us know what you think, buddy, because I would love to get your opinion on what you think
I
of it.
think that you would like it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my God, she just found out. There it is. I love What Lies Beneath.
Yes.
Crash is one of the weirdest movies. Oh my gosh, listen. This is a true story.
Yes.
There's a scene in have you guys seen Crash?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
There's a scene where this little girl jumps into her dad's arms and a gun gets fired. I literally threw a plate of chicken nuggets and barbecue sauce all over Ashley's bed. We were
You
dating
did-
at the time.
We were at my mom's house in the basement. Yeah.
And she fell asleep, and this happened, and I threw everything, and I screamed, and I was crying. I was like, "No, why?" Like I was so invested, and like
yeah.
that's
And
That's-
then I was like, all right, I'm up now. Let's rewind it because I got to see what's going on because I fell asleep.
yeah.
Yes.
It's an amazing cloak, Daddy.
It's an invisible cloak.
Impenetrable cloak.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Ju-
He
just
doesn't
give,
have it.
just give you guys
Oh, yes.
some of my background. I might have been maybe 9 or 10 years old when I went to go see The Exorcist in the theaters. Now, of course, I've
Nice.
seen horror movies all throughout my life. And for some
Mhm.
reason, my mother thought that The Exorcist was too scary. But me and my friends said, no, we're going to go see it. So we snuck in the theaters, crowded as hell. And of course, I think the bed scene where Reagan jumps up and down, not the where, and then she twists her head and then she spills all the F-bombs. Half the theaters walked out. People threw up. People screamed out. Some people said, hell no, I'm out of here. I can't take this, just craziness. Yeah. So when people say when they freaked out when they first saw The Exorcist, yeah, it's true because I was there. I seen it. The lines were that long, and people just crawling to see this movie. So yes, I have the great experience of actually seeing The Exorcist when it first came out in the theater, just like with Jaws, and of course with Carrie. Obviously, when the scene when she brings her hand out of the grave, half the audience freaked out.
Yeah.
One of the greatest endings of all time.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
It was.
Yes, I know because
That's
awesome. the whole scene is not to get off topic, but the whole scene is set up perfectly. You don't know what's coming. That was right before jump scares became a bit predictable.
That's right.
So I have the fortunate great being a '70s kid.
Well, Monty, when this is over, I would love to get you set up on an episode of My First Horror Movie with me so we could talk about the first horror movie you watched. I'd love to have you on that podcast with me, man.
Oh yeah, sure. Just DM me and let me know, and I'll tell you all
For
about
sure.
it. Mm-hmm.
Knight can vouch for me. I'm very professional.
He is. He's as professional as they come. You wouldn't know it tonight with all the Pikachu, but I'm joking.
No, and it's so amazing, like how learning this stuff about everybody. And I've always said if I could go back in time, my one horror experience I would love is to see The Exorcist in the theater. I would love. It's, to me, that would be like seeing Queen with Freddie Mercury. That's tops. Like I would love to see that. So we will finish the chat real quick. I bet Ashley woke up and looked at you funny, like, what the hell is going on? She wanted to beat my ass, is what she did.
I did. There was chicken nuggets in my
stains on
bag.
the couch.
I know. She's like, it could have at least been honey mustard. Tatum, thank you. I appreciate that. And that's thanks to this beautiful woman and these two gentlemen. They are all so amazing. One thing we didn't say at the beginning that I meant to, and we never pressure anybody into anything. Obviously, that's not who we are. But you can become a member of Sledgehammer Horror by clicking the links down here in the description. And on there, you have a 1-minute teaser of our new movie, Home is Where the Haunt Is. That'll be coming out here in a couple weeks. We just finished the score. I'm doing the ADR now. You get into a full behind the scenes making of a My First Horror Movie episode. And when Home is Where the Haunt Is released, it will be released 2 weeks early to members of Sledgehammer Horror. And for those of you that don't know, Ashley and I wrote that. I directed it. Ashley produced it. She did all the camera work on it. She acted in it. I acted in it. So it's definitely one of the movies that we're very, very proud of. We're in the middle of writing our next movie, The Ofrenda. And for anybody that's a member of Sledgehammer Horror, the plot synopsis is available to you on our members page. So, and like I said, don't feel like we're trying to force you. We just got to put that information out there. We love the fact that you're here. Yes. That's all that matters to
Absolutely.
us. Oh, hey guys, sorry, but we got a donation.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh.
Muhammad, you are amazing.
Thank you. Muhammad.
For real, thank you. My favorite psychological horror film is probably The Shining. I also like Shutter Island a lot, but I don't consider it horror, more psychological thriller mystery. And you guys are doing a great stream again. Thank you, Muhammad. For real, we appreciate you. Jaws, Friday the 13th, and Alien are the only movies that jump scared me into launching my food in the air. What's up, Calvin?
Hey,
Mr.
Calvin.
Clark, this is one. We talked about our OGs a little bit ago. Mr. Clark, Calvin, he works at the school here in our town. Very great guy, very good friend. Calvin, we can't wait to see you again and have the family over for dinner. I want to so bad, broke right now. Hey, like I said, it's Home is Where the Haunt Is will be released for everybody. Everything will be released later. Members just get early access. We would never ever keep anything away from people because they can't pay for it. We like to give early access for it, but that's not our integrity. That's not who we are. So please don't feel like you have to give us your money. Like that's not who we are as people. I promise. Hey Ashton, what's going on, buddy?
Hey.
So now we We are now up to number 8, and that is our good friend Night, starting us off at number 8.
Okay, well this movie was really interesting, and I had heard so much about it, and I was like, man, I got to finally check out this movie and see what all the hype is about, and it is creepy. My number 8 is The Babadook,
Ooh.
Okay.
and
Babadook.
man, I'm telling you, I love these types of movies, that are really like
Mhm.
pared down. Like you really get into the emotion of the character. You basically, not to give things away, but you basically have a mother just basically dealing with trauma, and
Yeah.
she has a
Mhm.
son who, and admittedly, had a lot of like what's the word I want to use? I don't know if I want to say annoying type of moments, but
He's a
that
brat.
was
You can say
But you
annoying.
can say annoying.
You can
He's a
totally
brat.
say annoying.
He's a brat.
Yes,
yes.
he's a brat.
But that was part of the storyline, so to
Mhm.
speak, kind of like part of
Yes.
the plot and so forth. And you're
Yeah.
going through this movie and you're wondering what's real, what's not real, and what's real. And and actually I think all of my picks so far kind of go down that road as far as what's real, what's not, what you're watching
Mhm.
on the screen, can you trust it? And of course, those
Right.
types of movies usually fall on the shoulders of the actors or actresses. And so it's a credit to them to really, at least for me as a viewer, to like bring me in like that so that I'm totally fixed on what they're doing, what their journey is, what their arc is. So, anyways, The Babadook, creepy, well shot. I love the camera work. The musical score was good. The acting was great. I mean, yeah, it had to be on my list. It was just a question of where.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
The Babadook is a scary looking creature too.
Oh yeah,
Right?
he's creepy looking. Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
it's a shame because, and I kind of blame A24 how they marketed the film because everyone
Yes.
thought this was a creature feature film, and
Yes.
I knew it wasn't.
Hmm.
Because I saw the trailer, but I says, "Oh, people are going to think this is a creature feature film." But
Right.
A24 is really not known for creature features, except for
Right.
the curse.
Yeah.
Except,
Right.
except for the curse. That was the first time they actually had a creature feature. But that's why a lot of people hated it. But I enjoyed the Babadook mainly because you get to see how the lead actress, how great she was. Yeah, the kid was annoying, but that was part of the storyline.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was part of the storyline. So even though the kid was annoying, I admit, I said, well, at least the kid did what he was supposed to do,
That's
being an
right.
annoying
Right.
brat.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Yeah.
her journey, man, her
Mhm.
spiral was just so
Mhm.
emotional,
Yes.
and those types of movies always get me. They really do. She was
Mhm.
Yeah.
she was excellent in that role. I think it was Essie what's her name? Essie Davis. Essie
Yes.
Davis.
Essie Davis.
She was fantastic in that role. She really was. Riveting.
Mhm.
Riveting.
Yep. I like that movie a lot. It did not make my list, however. And because my next movie, I'm going to do it now because it's so low. I have canceled myself. Coming in at number 8 for me, I do love this movie so much, and that is The Shining. I think that you can't. There's not much you could say if you watch any episode of my first horror movie that I do. The room tag for 14, for room 213 is hanging up behind me all the time.
Mhm.
Like that room key is hanging up all the time. I about said 1408. So like that room key is always hanging up behind me, and this movie means so much to me. Me and Ashley, when we first started doing acting, one of the first scenes that her and I did together were the Wendy and Jack going up the stairs.
Mhm.
Ashley, love of my life. Like that was one of the first. Get
away from me.
Like that was one of the first things that her and I did together. Like when we were starting to get into acting and really trying to like sharpen our teeth on acting ability, and like this movie is very special to me, and I think that it's another one of those movies that the whole time, come play with us. Like there's so many different things about this movie.
Mhm.
The old lady in the bathtub, like there's just so much. So it's very low. I just feel like the movie's above. If we were going by quality of film, this would probably be a lot higher on the list, but the ones fucked with my mind a little bit more that are ahead of this. So number 8 for me is The Shining. What about you, my love?
Okay, so number 8 for me is The Sixth Sense. Again, this is another one that my mind was blown at the end.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't,
definitely was.
I
Didn't see it coming.
didn't see it coming at all. I didn't see him being dead, or that the kid could see dead people, and And yeah, my mind was blown.
Didn't see it coming, did you?
I didn't. I didn't.
You know what the worst part about The Sixth Sense is?
What?
How good the ending is.
Yes.
The worst part of that movie is how good that ending is, because it takes away from.
But it's so
how
sad
great-
at the same time, because
Yeah.
you
Yes.
think that like his wife is like just really mad at him and like
cheating on
won't
him.
and cheating on him and won't like talk to him, but really she's like, why did you like
What-
why'd
yeah.
you leave me? And
Yes.
yeah, it's just heartbreaking. for
Very
sure.
sad.
We always.
That's a great point.
Mhm.
Well, we always talk about how great Toni Collette is in
Mhm.
Hereditary.
Toni Collette is just the best mom ever in any
Oh, yes.
any
Again,
mom.
Yes.
Again, right now, emo goosebumps. You can't see it. They're so bad that they're censored right now.
Yeah.
But when Toni Collette is in that car with him,
Mhm.
and they're telling the story about your mom said you went to the grave and you asked her a question, and her answer was every day. What was the question? And Toni Collette's like, do I make her proud? And they
Yeah.
both break down crying, like,
Yeah.
man. And that's what, like I said, the worst part about The Sixth Sense is how great the ending is, because nobody talks about how truly amazing that whole movie is.
Yeah.
The whole movie
it
is so
Mhm.
good.
Well, even
Yeah.
like the heartbreaking with the little girl that the mom
Misha Barton,
and he he
Mhm.
tells the dad like he killed her, and
he
like,
gives the dad the
the tape. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the dad is just like heartbroken,
When
like
the
my
dad's-
wife killed my daughter.
Yeah,
like,
she has that Munchausen by
Yeah.
proxy, and he's that single tear comes down his eye when he's watching the tape of her having to eat that
yes,
soup with the shit in it.
Yes.
Such a great
Oh my
movie. Like I
gosh.
said, the worst part about The Sixth Sense is the ending is so good
Mhm.
that it takes away from the rest of the film. What a great choice, babe.
Thanks.
Mhm.
How about you, Monty?
All right. Speaking of M. Night Shyamalan, I'm going to pick The Visit.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
kind of semi-found footage film, and just like with The Sixth Sense, this is when M. Night Shyamalan decided to go back to his roots and
Mhm.
tried to do something other than that the Airbender film, whatever that mess was, the last Airbender,
The Last Airbender, yeah.
the last Airbender film. And he finally went back to his roots. And similar to way it was The Sixth Sense was, you really didn't know what was happening until
No.
all of a sudden, until the end comes up and you find out what's really happening. And then
Mm.
certain aspects of the film makes more sense in that
Mhm.
film.
Mhm.
And again, the twist, you didn't see it coming. It was very
No.
funny, very funny. And then, of course, just like with The Sixth Sense, we get the ending where we actually see the mother
Yeah.
of the children not
Mhm.
realizing that her parents were actually dead, and the fact
Yeah.
that she had a bad relationship with them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we actually didn't see that coming
Mhm.
on The Visit. And it's amazing that the overall message of that movie is forgiveness.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
That's
Yeah.
she had it. She had their forgiveness the entire time. It was just her that needed to accept
Right.
it because she didn't forgive herself.
And now she's trying to teach that to her daughter.
Yes.
You need to
Mhm.
forgive your father.
Right.
And
Mhm.
that's a heavy movie. Like
It
when you
is.
really
is.
dissect like the
Mhm.
underlying tones, that's such a heartbreaking, heavy movie. And you talked about The Last Airbender. That was almost the last M. Night Shyamalan film I watched. So
Right? I
we
know,
came back
man.
with The Visit to
We
knock
might
that
have
No,
one out
yeah,
of the park.
Being old.
So that we have all done our number 8. So now I want to jump back into the chat real quick. I've been in and out because I'm still at work, but Ken, are you wearing a Chucky tank top? I'm your friend till the end, buddy. Yes, I am wearing a Chucky tank top. Number 8, The Strangers. Can't go wrong there. I live down the street from the guy. Yes, Nick Harris, a good friend of ours. He owns a hearse that we use for our movie Home is Where the Haunt Is.
Yes.
And Nick Harris is playing a big role in our next movie, The Ofrenda, and I can't wait to tell you guys about that either. Babadook.
Yeah, man.
The Orphan, the movie is
Yeah.
something else. The twist
Oh,
about
yes.
the little girl truly flabbergasted my mind and in pure shock and fright.
That's a good one.
I'm lucky. I just got some behind the scenes info about Orphan First Kill.
Yeah.
And I can't name my source, but what I can tell you is everything they did in this movie, they did practically. They did
Oh,
with
that's
high-rise shoes. They did with
Yep.
standing on apple crates. Everything that they did for this movie is practical. They did no CGI.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I'm very excited. It increased my excitement.
Mhm.
7 is my favorite psychological horror film. I did talk about that one already. And it is nice to see you, Conrad. Thank you for
Hey,
stopping by.
Conrad.
Talking about the Sixth Sense. I was in elementary school when the Sixth came out, and I didn't see it opening weekend. So by the time, that sucks. I'm so sorry.
So it was
yeah.
ruined.
That's a bummer.
Yes.
The Sixth Sense, that's a great one. That movie creeped me out. You can't tell me that little boy wasn't. That little boy had something going
Yes.
on. Fooled by the Sixth Sense. Same here, Calvin.
Me too.
Why is that doing that? God, I'm so bad at this. Hey, what's going on, Linissa?
Hey.
Thank you for even popping in at all. We appreciate it. I'm super excited for Orphan First Kill. We are as
I
well.
am too.
Yes.
Ooh, the
me too.
butterfly effect. Another good
Oh,
one.
Yeah.
that is a good
It's a good
one.
one.
Sixth Sense is amazing. And I do want to say June 24th is a very special day. Why?
Is it because of my birthday or because the black phone comes out?
Oh, that is your birthday.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I thought.
But make sure you guys are going to check out the Black Phone when it comes out. Make
I'm
sure
excited.
you guys
Like-
are
Me too.
seeing that movie.
I'm so excited
Um,
for that one.
It's amazing to see these original horror movies taking off again.
Yes.
And being
Yes.
able to, have original horror movies be on top of the pecking order, so to speak. So starting us off at number 7 is me.
Okay.
And one of my favorite actors of all time, my favorite actor of all time is
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. But in my top 5 is definitely the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. John Cusack. And no
Yes.
role better than his role in The Dolphin Inn, in the movie 1408. This truly is a 7 Layers of Hell story. It's a Dante's Inferno story, and watching John Cusack go through all the layers of hell, and then what happens at the end. It's just one of those movies that it's so emotional, and your anxiety is going the whole time. Your wife screams out loud next to you in the theater.
I
and
did.
scares you.
I
Wow.
screamed. I jumped out of my chair. Yeah, that one got me for sure.
And you don't have to be a parent for this to affect you, but I am the parent, as everybody knows. I have a son. I have 2 beautiful, perfect little girls. And in the movie, John Cusack's daughter has passed away from cancer. And there's a scene where she comes back, and John Cusack's holding her, and she's like, "They're not going to let me stay." And he's like, "No, baby, don't worry. I got you." And then she turns to dust, and he just starts crying. And he's like, "You can't take her twice." You know what I mean? And like that to me, ripped the heart out
we
of my
weren't even
chest.
parents when this came
And I
out.
bawled.
Yeah.
Like I was sobbing in the theater. Like I couldn't imagine. Like you've already lost her once, and now I got to lose her again. Like
we went and seen it on my 18th birthday in
Yeah.
the theaters. Yeah.
yeah, that's how long Ashley and I have been together.
Yeah.
So
Ooh.
17 years. Whoop whoop.
Yeah.
There you
High
go.
school
That was
sweetheart.
good. That's good.
See, number 7 for me is 1408. What
Nice.
about you, my love?
And number 7 for me is Identity.
On the John Cusack
Oh.
I know. I had
Another
to
good one.
add that one for sure.
train.
A lot of these are like the Did It Seem That Cummins that we've done.
We
Yeah,
just did an
yeah.
episode on Identity, but before we talk about Identity, can we real quickly say, rest in peace, Ray Liotta.
Yes.
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 Much too young, and what
Yep.
a fucking amazing role he had in Identity.
Yes.
Good call.
Yep.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Again, this is another one where Malcolm has 10 different personalities, and you don't realize that all these different people are actually his personalities. And at the end, when you see who the bad personality actually is, blew my mind.
Who would have
Completely blew
thought?
my mind.
I know. Yeah.
I know. Yeah,
Horrors don't get a second chance.
Yes. and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That movie, I love that movie. It's such a good one.
Yeah.
It is good.
That's a very, very good movie. How about you, Monty?
Okay. Number 7.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Number 7 is going to be Secret Window. Gonna go with
Okay,
Secret Window
nice.
Put
again.
on the hat.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, yeah. I'm not saying that just because Johnny Depp won today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's another one of those excellent movies. Didn't see the twist coming. Nice way how he and I forgot the guy that plays the guy with the hat. I forgot the actor's name. You
He
know,
is very, very sneaky, though, if you watch Mr. D.
Yeah, I know. He's very sneaky. Yeah, didn't see it coming in. Yeah,
Yes.
come to find out that he's suffering from DID, and he actually kills the
Yes.
wife and the boyfriend, and everyone
John
knows it.
Turturro.
Yeah, John Turturro. Yeah, everyone knows
Okay.
it. They just can't prove it, and it's like, wow, that's great. I like that. Yeah, number 7 for me is
Mhm.
Secret Window.
Nice.
And I couldn't help but notice, Monty, that you said you couldn't see that ending coming.
Didn't see it coming, did you?
No, good choice. I love Secret Window. That's why if I'm Amber Heard, I wouldn't have pooped in his bed anyway, because that's Secret Window. She's lucky she ain't a bunch of corn stalks right now. Sorry, terrible joke. I'm sorry.
Poor Johnny Depp.
Knight, do you want to give us your number 7?
For number 7, this movie, another one of these movies where it just caught me by surprise. One of my favorite actors who sadly is gone. Rest in peace to Mr. Bill Paxton. This was his directorial debut, and it is Frailty. And
Nice.
anyone that has been on my channel, I've talked about Bill Paxton so much because I absolutely adored him in just about pretty much everything he's done. I can't think of anything I didn't love him in. But not only was he in this movie in a really pivotal role, but he directed it, and he did a hell of a job.
He did.
Special shout out to Matthew McConaughey too, because he was good in this movie too. And you had Powers Booth. I mean, you had some really good actors in this movie. But long story short, again, we're talking about religion here. But you have a father with 2 young sons, and he is very religious, and just talking about God's will and this and that. And you've got this mystery of this killer. And Matthew McConaughey is kind of giving the story and so forth and so forth about when he was a child, and Bill Paxton was his father, and so forth and so forth. Anyways, without giving away the ending, it is so good. It is so good, and
It really is.
You know, I'm so glad that you guys are fans of it, because I always felt like it's so underrated as a great movie.
I know, does get talked about a lot.
Exactly.
That it is sad how much it doesn't get talked about, because like when you think of Matthew McConaughey in horror, you think of him as the overacting dipshit in Texas Chainsaw
Massacre.
But his role in this movie is so powerful. And
you definitely didn't see that coming.
You didn't think anybody saw that, did you?
Yeah.
God saw you do that.
That's right.
And like you said, the best thing about that movie is it has a twist.
That's a twist. That's very twisty.
I can honestly say that this is one of the movies. I remember this perfect. Abel Cooper, Big Bear, is the one that showed me this for the first time. And I remember being like, all right, Abel, because the movie he had shown me before, because we always had movie nights over at our buddy Bill's house. And the movie he had showed us before was the Insane Clown Posse film, Big Money Hustlers. So I was like, oh, and then you got to watch this movie, Frailty. And I was like, okay, Abel, let's watch it. About halfway through, I was like, why the hell didn't you recommend this the first time, man?
Right.
This is so good. So I love the fact, Knight, that you appreciate it. Monty, that you appreciate it. Like I said, the inaugural episode of Didn't See That Coming that we do on our channel was on Frailty. That's how much that movie means to us as well. So that really makes me happy in my heart that you guys love it. All right, we will catch up on the chat here real quick. Wow, we got really bad. I'm sorry. Evening Val, what's your favorite psychological horror film? And hello, Knight, Carrie, and Steven. Hello, Carrie. Hey,
Carrie.
14 or 17 years strong.
Nice. Oh, us.
That's us.
Yeah, I was like, it's a long time. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Babyface John Cusack at 16 Candles. What about John Cusack could say anything?
Yeah,
Hold
that's
that radio.
true.
Super late. I'm here and I'll rewatch. Man, you're here. That's all we care about. Thank you for stopping in.
That's right.
And Carrie, thank you for stopping in. Nice to see you.
Hey, Carrie.
The Devil's Pond. Tara Reid stars in this great psychological thriller. For those who haven't watched it, I highly recommend.
I feel
Devil's
like
Pond.
I've heard of this.
I might have heard of that. I might be confused.
I just wrote it down so we can definitely check it out.
Yeah.
I mean, she was actually in a good movie.
For sure.
Oh, stop. she was an Urban Legend. You know that was good.
Yeah.
Hey.
I like her.
The movie was good. I won't say much about her.
Point taken.
Great choice with Identity. Rest in peace, Ray Liotta. What's up, Ghostface Fanatic? How you doing? Thank you for stopping in.
Hey.
Ooh, Secret Window is a fantastic movie.
I agree.
Hey, Carrie, I'm on limited time. Y'all show up now? Hey, the fact is they're here. Ray was my freaking guy. Rest in peace. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Hey. Oh, I love the Mickey clip. Thank you. And hey, look, she's at work and she's closing the office. Thank you for stopping by. It
Yes.
means a lot.
Yes.
I was at a rap party once with John Cusack and he heard me talking about horror, so he came over and we had a great convo. Wow.
That's amazing.
That's
Wow.
so cool. I probably would have pissed myself.
Right?
Frailty is amazing. I agree.
Yes.
Yes, someone has said what lies beneath.
I did.
Ashley did.
Mhm.
And for those of you that don't know that, maybe this is your first time here, at the end, before we read our number one, we will reread our whole list again. So everybody has a chance to hear everything that we did. Oh, I bet it was. That's so amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing movie, Frailty. The
Yes.
God's Hand Killer.
The Gods and Killers.
God's Hand Killer.
Rest in peace, Paxton. Yeah, we don't kill people. We slay demons.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
Oh my
Different.
God, man. Those
Mhm.
moments, I was like,
I
what?
know.
What's going on? I want to know.
Yeah.
Yes. Rest in peace, Bill Paxton. Bill Paxton. And like I
Yes.
said, you look at all these things that Bill Paxton's been in. Game over, man. Aliens.
That's
Game
right.
over, man. Game over.
I still think Frailty is Bill Paxton's best performance. I think that his performance in that movie was so on point.
It
Everything he
was.
did in that movie was great.
Mhm.
Yes.
Bill Paxton was great in Aliens. Yep, forgot Aliens. Hey, Carrie. It is really nice to see
Hey.
you out here.
Mhm.
Thank you, Russell. So are you. Hey, Mika.
Hey, Mika.
Came
Hey.
in on Frailty. Ray's sudden death was definitely sad. He played a big role in possibly. I see it right there in Goodfellas.
Mhm.
Goodfellas.
And we
Mhm.
got a donation, guys. You know what that means.
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby.
Every time.
Thank you.
Ashley, you're speaking my language.
Yes.
Ray Liotta is he was an amazing actor. He just passed away recently. He was from Goodfellas, Identity,
He played
Casino.
such
Yeah.
a good bad guy.
Yeah, he played such
He
a
did.
great bad
He
guy.
did. Like he just had
Mhm.
that face that
He was slimy
And
and
you knew-
Hannibal.
Mm,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. You just every time you see, he's one of those guys. Ashley brought it up, and the way that Ashley brought it up is so important. I think she was like, Ray Liotta played such a mean bad guy that
Mhm.
you know he's such an amazing, sweet.
Oh yeah, that's
Person.
yeah. I said I
Yeah.
bet he's the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah, just because of how evil he is in every role, I
Yeah.
bet he's the nicest, sweetest guy in the whole world.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. That is a great story. Bill Paxton, Twister.
Twister.
Hey, look, there's a cow. There's another cow.
Yep.
I think it's the same one. I highly recommend the Ray Liotta movie from the 90s called Unlawful Entry. There
Oh
we go.
yeah,
There's
that
another
is
one.
good. That is good. Yes.
Yes.
Donations get you death in the outhouse. No, donations get you a little bit of demons. Ooh, baby. Unless you ate those damn enchiladas.
Damn
you should be
enchiladas.
okay, Vanessa.
And eat those enchiladas. Those damn enchiladas.
Unless Karina, very nice.
Nice.
No Escape with Ray Liotta. Watching Unlawful Entry tonight. Yes, awesome. What was I was gonna say something? Okay. One thing that we did want to say, because we said this on our last stream, but this is something I really want to drive the point home on. Today is June 1st, and today is the start of Pride Month. And we want to say happy Pride Month to everybody out there. Ashley and I will not be doing a video on Pride Month. And I want to clarify something real quick. It is not that we are not supportive. We are extremely supportive of the LGBTQ community. Ashley's mom is married to a woman. You know, my mother-in-laws are, I was the minister at their wedding. I'm not trying to oversell. I just want to make this known. If you're looking for an LGBTQ video or a Pride Month video, I would recommend somebody that is a part of that community. I wouldn't do a video on Black History Month because I feel like me as a white man, that's not my place to be talking about that. You know, get your education from somebody that is more in tune on the subject than what I am. I can talk out of my ass about it, but I've never experienced what maybe some of the evil things you men have experienced in your life with Black History Month. So I think it would be more important to get that lesson from you guys. I've never gone through any of the, hatred that a lot of the LGBTQ community has gone through. I've never had that directed at me. So I'm supportive and I'll support in any way I possibly can. We're actually going to be doing a Would You Rather video, a horror edition next week. And every donation we get to that, we're going to be donating 100% of that to the LGBTQ community through different charities. But I just feel like, in my opinion, it would be very disrespectful for Ashley and I to do a Pride Month video with us not being a part of the LGBTQ community. So please don't think that we're not supportive. We are. It's just there's better people out there to educate you on that subject than Ashley and I. So I just wanted to throw that out there real quick. Yes, Pride Month, love is love. That's
Absolutely.
the number one thing. I don't give a shit who it is. You have maybe 100 years on this planet. Don't spend 1 second of it not being who you are and being unhappy. 100 years is not that long. Take that time, love who you love, and be who you are. That is the most important thing in the world. Spot the Foreigner. I don't know what Pride Month is either. Pride Month is for the LGBTQ community to come out with their pride. It's to honor everybody in the LGBTQ community. That's what it is. So lesbian, bi, gay, straight, or gay, trans, pansexual, whatever you may be, this is their month to honor them. So that's what that is, Lanissa. Just, love each other. And it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter what people do in their bedrooms. Love them. That's all that we have to do is love everybody. Happy Pride Month to everybody. I like to get out. We'll be talking about that here relatively quickly.
Yep.
Whenever I'm at a red light, I blow just to see if it will turn green like a green. That's amazing. That is amazing. No, you're not the only. You guys are not the only ones. That's great. What's this? Get Out was one of my faves. Yeah.
Get Out is good.
Nope
really
is
good.
something we are very, very much looking forward
I know.
to.
I'm super
Yes.
excited.
Yeah, no, can't wait
There's
for
a
Nope.
lot of unknown.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, yeah. Got to give Jordan Peele credit for keeping everything about that movie secret.
Yes, absolutely.
See, Lanissa, I should get my wife to bake me a cake then. Well, you know what, Lanissa? See, you are a part of the community. We love you. I'm glad that you and your wife are happy. And if I remember correctly, Lanissa, either you or your wife served in the forces, if I remember correctly. So thank you as well. We just had Memorial Day here to honor the fallen veterans, but thank you for your service as well.
Thank you.
Ray Liotta was not in Casino. I knew it. As I said it, I was like, fuck, he's not in Casino. I knew someone would call me out on it. No hate in this world. Love is the answer. That's right. Very beautiful. I agree. That's awesome. We feel it. Thank you. Hey, Lewis, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Lewis.
Ooh, Thundercats.
Hey.
Get Out is good. Y'all are amazing. Thank you. I just celebrated my 9-year with my wife.
That's amazing.
Congratulations. That is so awesome. I'm so happy for you. Hey, understood, man. You feel better. Get Out is great. Rest in peace, Ray Liotta. Heather, that is absolutely beautiful. Like I said, love is love, man. Like, how can anybody want to take that away from somebody? It makes me so angry, but we're not here to talk about sad. We're here to talk about twisties. So we are up to number 6. Ash, would you like to start us off?
Yeah. So I don't know if you remember this movie. We watched it a very long time ago. It came out in 2005 and it was called The Jacket. With
Adrian Brody.
Yeah,
he's in a mental institution, right?
Yeah,
That's a good movie.
So he was like caught like at a crime scene and he ends up going to the the psych ward.
Yeah.
And like when they do these experiments on him, which I think they're like illegal experiments, they put him in this straitjacket and then they put him in this like confined what is it where you put like dead people those little drawers.
Yeah, I know what
and
you're
he
talking
can like jump he can jump in time to like different times and he's trying to figure out like how he got here. And the ending of this is I guess
think he was murdered.
Yeah, you think
he's trying to figure out who murdered
him.
I remember.
So when you find out what really happens and how he kind of changes like the future for himself, I don't know. I'm kind of
I'm putting this on my list.
But
it already sounds amazing.
Really good. I haven't seen it since 2005, but
I remember very much liking it.
It was really good. Like it had me and the whole time my attention was completely on it, like trying to figure out what was really going on.
We watched that at Randy's house, didn't we?
We did. We watched it at my dad's house.
Yeah, we watched it with her dad. And it was one of those movies that as we were watching it, you're right. You're like, what? You're thinking he was murdered. So he's going back in time to figure out a forward in time,
He's going. Yeah, he can like jump into.
and he's trying to figure out who killed him.
You're right.
Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah, that's what
Nice.
happened. Yep.
I'm gonna be
it's
checking
a good
that
movie for sure. Yeah.
Text me after and let us know what you
Yeah.
think, please.
Wait, I want
Yeah.
to watch it again,
I'll watch it
honestly,
again.
because I haven't seen it in so long, and I
Should
know
do
that
a
it was
watch
good.
We'll have to
Party
see
of
if
it,
it's
man.
streaming or see if we got to buy it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
All right, cool. How about you, Monty?
All right, wait, number 7.
Yes.
Yep.
6.
Six. Yeah, number 6. I'm sorry.
Number 6. Number 6 is going to be 7.
That was cute.
I thought
That was
that'd
a
be
good
nice.
one.
Yeah. Number 6 is going to be 7. Yes. Obviously, what's in the box? What's in the box? But the road down to what it was fascinating. Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt were pretty good in their roles. Obviously, Kevin Spacey, before all the crazy stuff happened, he was good as the killer. We didn't know a clue what was the purpose of his of the killings, and obviously the investigation and how they led to all the killings was great. But obviously, the sad ending, which was I guess because it was satisfactory because he actually had his own sin that he needed to be killed, and unfortunately, that's what made the film such a great film. But coming in number 6 is 7.
Right.
Nice.
Coming in at number 6 is 7.
You
Why
gotta
was
love
6
that.
afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9.
Oh,
Good one.
Wow. I'm staying away from
This
that.
one just became a top 10 dad jokes. How about you,
God.
Nate?
This is why our 14-year-old doesn't talk to us.
Right. How
All
about
right,
you,
from-
Nate? What comes in at number
for-
6 for you, brother?
For my number 6, I mean, we've all been talking about M. Night movies, and so I'm going to talk about one as well. And I went with Split, and pretty much like it's already been said, James McAvoy. Seriously, I mean, he is a fantastic actor. I've loved him in so many things I've seen him in, but in this movie, to be able to play all those roles and to really you really believed him in those roles. But the one thing that we haven't talked about too is Anya Taylor-Joy. This was the first time that I had really seen her in something. And immediately in this movie, she stood out. She was so good in it. Obviously dealing, and I don't want to give it away for, if some people haven't seen it, but obviously dealing with a situation where she was kidnapped and like wondering what's going on. And she sees this man who is many people, and she's trying to figure out what's going on with him, and he's just it's just another day for him and all of his personalities. And like you were saying earlier, Ashley, at the end of the movie, coming up to the end of the movie, you're just wondering, okay, is something going to really happen? And when things start going, you're like, what? Really? It goes there. It really goes there.
Yeah.
So again, credit to James McAvoy. Obviously, I mean, there's no doubt about that. He gets the lion's share of the credit. But Anya Taylor-Joy was awesome in this movie, and like I said, it's the first time I had ever seen her in anything, and I'm so glad I did because I'm such a big fan of hers now. And obviously she's skyrocketing. As a great actress.
Right.
Yeah. Well deserved.
Which
Yes.
also I forgot to mention before, when you find out that it's the sequel to
Yes.
Unbreakable. Yeah, that
Yeah.
blew my mind too. I
It
was like,
did.
what is happening? Yes.
It was
We
the
were in the
biggest
theater.
the biggest M. Night twist of all time. I
know,
literally jumped up. I was like, what? Because I'm a huge fan of
Yes.
Unbreakable.
Mhm.
Huge.
I did too, and the people in the theater with us were like, "What?"
Yeah,
What's
like
They're
going
like,
nobody
what?
understood.
I was like, "You uncultured swine! How
Yes.
dare you?"
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
'cause
great
I-
choice.
I-
You had that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he filmed most of the film in Philadelphia. Since I live in Philadelphia, I recognized the diner that they were at, and I saying, "Why they have this?
okay.
Why they have this diner?" And then next thing I know, I see, and we see Bruce Willis
Bruce Willis.
sitting in the diner. I
Yeah.
says, "Oh shit! Wow, Unbreakable."
Great.
Hit me.
Yes.
It just hit me right. That caught me a bit by surprise. But I said, "Okay, that's nice. Good twist."
Yes.
M. Night Shyamalan is
Yeah.
back.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yep, I completely agree with that too.
Mhm.
I have not done my number 6, so I will get there. And let's stay on the M. Night Shyamalan train. And unpopular opinion, this is my favorite M. Night Shyamalan film, and that is 2010's Devil. If you guys haven't seen Devil,
it's good.
Everybody is in an elevator together, and the devil is there, and you're trying to figure out who the devil is in the group. And that is actually not even the biggest twist in the movie.
Right.
Again, I'm a big fan of an emotional heart punch, and this movie has a big one of those. I'm so sorry, you know. Why he's like, yeah, if there's a God, this person felt so bad they wrote I'm so sorry on the back of a car wash coupon. So Devil, I think, is another one of those very underrated M. Night films. It's hard for people to watch because it's claustrophobic and because it takes place really in one location throughout the film. But it
still keeps your attention, and it's still so really, it's really good.
Credit to the actors.
We've also done it. We also didn't see it coming on that.
We did.
So,
this is true.
That is all of our number 6s. So I do want to go back to the chat real quick. Heather, that is absolutely beautiful about Heather and her wife's anniversary. I own Get Out. Oh, Lewis, you need to watch Get Out.
Please watch Get Out.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Oh, absolutely. We love you. Congratulations to you both. What Lies Beneath? Definitely a good choice. Yeah, you're welcome. Only happy tears. That's all we ever want.
Yep.
Is 7 considered a psychological horror?
I think
it is.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes. I think it is.
I think that it's all subjective.
It
you
is.
know,
It is.
it's how it affects you. Like I said, horror is the hardest thing to lock down when it comes to a genre. What makes a horror movie? It's got to be scary. Listen, Pee-wee's Big Adventure has terrifying scenes.
Yeah.
That's not a horror movie. It's got to have death. The Lion King has death. That's not a horror movie. Horror for me is the hardest thing to lock down. So I believe so. Fear is another good one. I believe that had Marky Mark in it, didn't it?
Yep.
Was it Marky Mark in Fear?
Mark Wahlberg. Yep.
What Lies Beneath?
Yes.
Total great. That's a
It's a
great
good
film. Ashley named that movie. Yeah. Event Horizon. What a good movie with Lawrence Fishburne.
Yes.
Have you ever seen Fire and Zero Gravity? It's beautiful. Like,
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Imagine Alien meets Hellraiser.
Okay.
That's Event
That's
Horizon.
exactly how to
That's
describe
exactly
it.
what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so good. Hey Peyton.
Hey.
Nice to have you out here. Okay, cool. I named 7. Number 6, Babadook. Monty, great pick for number 6. Number 6, May. I felt bad for Carrie White. I thought I felt bad for Carrie White. Felt bad watching the character struggling to accept herself deeply psychologically and handled it very poorly to the point of death. Yeah, it's May is rough.
Yeah, it is.
Sixth Sense. Split was awesome. So was Glass.
Yes.
Ooh, Along Came a Spider with our boy Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Listen, I used to say I wanted Morgan Freeman to do my life on audio tape until I met Knight and Steven. So now Knight and Steven have taken that over. McAvoy killed it. And listen, McAvoy killed it in Split. But you know what? James McAvoy, he is so fucking handsome when he plays the character of Mr. Tumnus. I just want to throw it out there. I think Mr. Tumnus from the Chronicles of Narnia is the most handsome.
It's because everybody said that he looks like that guy.
Look at a picture of Mr. Tumnus.
Actually, when this movie came out, my little brother was really young and he was on the side of like a McDonald's box, Mr. Tumnus was, and he was like, "Oh, that's Kenny." He was like probably 4. Yeah. And that's how it started.
That's how it started.
Awesome.
And it was just a snowball effect from there.
Everybody, we were at the mall one time. This is a total true story. And this little kid ran up to me and he was like, "Are you Mr. Tumnus?" I was like, "No, I'm his brother John, but I'll tell him you said hi and you're a good fan."
That's great.
I get it all the time, buddy. Don't feel bad. So,
That's
like I was saying, that Mr. Tumnus, he's not only handsome and charismatic, but he knows he's the guy all the bad girls want. So I'm just throwing that out.
He's the GOAT.
He is the
literally.
James was fantastic in Glass. James and Anya Taylor-Joy own both Split and Glass. Split is fantastic. I wasn't a big fan of Glass. See, I think Glass is probably my least favorite in the trilogy, but I did like it.
I liked Split.
It was okay.
Yeah. Signs, anyone? I like Signs. You know, I think that it gets a bad rep, but I like it. James McAvoy will forever be Mr. Tumnus. Mr. Tumnus. That's right. I forgot that was McAvoy.
Yes.
Haven't seen Devil. Yeah, dude, for real, please.
Yeah, please see it.
Keeping up with the. Oh, that's definitely horror.
Yeah,
because
definitely
that's
horror.
real life horror.
Oh my god.
I Own Fear. Great movie. I hope. Oh, hey, what's up, D? Thanks for stopping out.
Hey D.
With that, time to run. I am active with the Thank you. Hey,
Thank you.
thank you, Lanissa.
Have a good
Be
evening.
safe, please.
Yes.
We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
So we will now move on to our number 5, and that will be my boy Horror Miser, starting us off at number 5.
Yep. Keeping up with James McAvoy, number 5 will be Split. Number 5.
Okay.
Great minds.
As we see, we all have a commonality in some of our list.
Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Mm.
Good thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I love about this is sometimes we all have picks that are alike. Sometimes we all have picks that are completely different, and that's what makes these top 10 lists fun. If we all
Yeah.
had the same picks every time, this would be boring. So
Yeah.
Yes.
I love the fact that we have some the same, some not at all, and
Mhm.
I'm very excited to see where my top 5 lands in comparison to your guys's.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
All right.
all right, good choice at number 5 with Split. What about you, Knight?
Okay, at number 5, in this movie, and I've talked about it before. It's one of my favorite movies. I'll never forget when I first saw it, and it's just got fantastic performances from one of my favorite authors, Stephen King. I have Misery,
Ooh.
and
Okay. Nice.
you know, and I know I always, I know some people are like, man, you talk about Misery a lot. Look, Kathy Bates scared the shit out of me as a kid. Okay, that's all I gotta say.
Yes.
And she's a fantastic actress. She, in my opinion, she could do no wrong. And when I saw this movie, I remember seeing this with my parents, and it also was during the winter time. And of course, in the movie, it's winter and so forth, and he gets taken captive by this fan who's just literally crazier than a bag of cats.
Mhm.
But James Caan, great performance from him. You don't know exactly what's going to happen, while Kathy Bates has him prisoner playing as Annie Wilkes.
Mm.
And it's just great, man. The whole movie is so good. And one of the best things about the movie, other than the performances, is that when I watch it, even to this day, I feel like I'm there. Like I can
Yeah.
feel the
Mhm.
surroundings of this little town and this place that she lives in that seems like it's so far off the beaten path. But yet, she's a part of the town. They know her, and she's just happy-go-lucky to every person she knows. But we see the real side of what she can become. It's a
Mhm.
fantastic
Mhm.
movie, man. It'll always be one of my favorites.
Yes.
So that's my number 5.
Yeah.
I do want to chime in real quick before I get my number 5 and say that Knight and I have been petitioning for a while to get a
Yes.
Friday the 13th remake with Kathy Bates as Mrs.
Yeah.
Voorhees.
I'm behind
Right.
it. I'll sign a petition.
I think that
Yes.
would be just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let me check that out.
Yes.
All right. Ashley's going to go be mommy for a second while I do my number 5. Coming in at number 5 for me, it will take you to a sunken place, and that is Get Out. I think that another unfair thing about this movie is people talk about it as, Jordan Peele. And look, I love and respect Jordan Peele. He's a great comedian. He's a great comedic actor, but he's got an amazing horror mind. And
Yes.
the whole cast in this movie is so good. Like, this movie is just, everything about it is just so amazing. Like, every time I watch this movie, I notice something else that I didn't notice before. And the sunken place to me is one of the scariest thoughts of any horror movie, having to be inside your body and not being able to control anything. Like,
Yes.
and the heartbreak I feel when he takes the picture of the guy and he snaps back into reality. Get out. And he's trying to, he's trying to help him, but he just can't even collect himself enough because he's been in the sunken place for so long. And to me, it is genuinely one of those moments where I'm just like, I don't know what I would do. And then I can't listen to the sound of a metal spoon on like a
Teacup.
china teacup. Yeah. Like, that sound to me just gives me the heebie-jeebies now. Like, and so many different things about that movie that are so powerful and so impactful.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you have the parts that are about race, but like when they get pulled over and she's so energetic about helping him. Like I was driving after they hit the deer,
Yep.
you know, so you really think at this point, these are great people. And, you know, for it to play out the way it does, and the dad overselling, you know, I would have voted for Obama for a third term if I could.
Yes.
You know, like the overselling
Yes.
of that was great.
It was.
But another big part of this movie that I think often gets forgotten, we talk about the race and we talk about, you know, the crazy twist of what they're doing, but how about the sheer horror of this movie? It was turned into a meme, but when he walks out and that grandpa's running at him and then he turns that corner real quick, like the first time I seen that, I was scared.
Yeah.
Or when he's like, please just give me the keys. And she's like, these keys? At that moment, your heart stops. You're like,
yes.
no.
I was like, no, man.
Like, oh no.
Yes.
Yeah. And have you guys seen the alternate ending to the film?
No, I've heard about it, but I've never seen it.
You gotta, it's on YouTube. I cannot, I'm glad they went with the ending they went with.
Me too.
Yeah,
But the alternate ending, it's like you watch it and you feel this weird feeling when you watch the alternate ending because you feel this ultimate sadness.
Yes, you
but
do.
you also feel this vindication for him.
Yes.
You know? And that movie has one of my favorite side characters of all time, and he's part of TS motherfucking A. So TS motherfucking A, they do shit. They get shit
they
done.
do.
That's what they do.
It was great.
Yeah, it's such a good movie. I'm very excited for Nope. The first time I watched Us, I wasn't a huge fan, but the more I watch it, the more I really do enjoy that movie. I think Jordan Peele's great. And again, it's like Nia DaCosta's Candyman, like how Jordan Peele got a big part of that. I really think that should be known as Nia DaCosta's Candyman, not Jordan Peele's Candyman. Right. And I can't wait for Nia DaCosta to come back and work some more horror. Well, now Ashley's back to give her number 5, so I can shut the fuck up and stop rambling. You want to give us your number 5, love?
Yeah, so my number 5 is The Visit. We already talked about it.
Back to M. Night.
Yeah.
M. Night is getting love
I know,
tonight.
M. Night's getting in love.
Yes, he is.
He's pretty
like
smart with his twists. There's a lot of times that I didn't see them coming. And
Wait, there was a lot of times that what?
I didn't see them coming.
Didn't see it coming, did you?
So just the trauma that those kids went through that week and all the crazy stuff that they had to deal with, and you know, at the end, that was chilling for me when you find out really what's going on in the
Those
movie.
aren't your grandparents.
Yeah, and it's just like
so good.
It's like when
I
she
know.
says that, it's like, you know, like the hairs on my arms
It's
stuck
so
up.
good.
It's like, who are these people then, you know?
Yeah.
And we already had talked about the end and how emotional that is and how it's really about forgiveness. And that's a really good movie. So I had to add that to my list. So that's my number 5.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So before we get to number 4, we will catch up on the chat. Russell says number 5, Silence of the Lambs. I haven't seen Misery. Oh, Nathan, buddy, you gotta watch it. I know you. I know your taste in movies. You will love this movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, Night. Misery is on a whole nother level. Kathy Bates aced that role. Yes, she is.
Yes,
Kathy
indeed.
Bates is the wonderful. Yes. Kathy Bates is just a G. Like, I love Kathy.
She's amazing in every role she plays.
She
Even
is.
like Waterboy. Like
She was great in The Waterboy.
Yeah, she's great.
You
at the
could
end,
just
when
tell
she
that she's
tackles-
on another level.
Yes, yes.
She is. Yes.
When she tackles Waboito at the ending, like,
Yes.
oh my god,
Yeah.
that's my shit. That's my favorite Adam Sandler movie. I love The Waterboy.
Me too.
Yes, that's my number 5 as well. That'd be so amazing. Agreed. I need to rebuy Get Out and give it another watch. First time didn't really like it. Oh yeah,
You have
which
to.
is funny because I liked it the first time. I loved it the second time.
Yeah.
Like, cause my problem is like I'm like you guys. Like when I'm watching the film, I'm trying to guess what the twist is gonna be, and that one just took me by like such surprise that I was like, I don't know. Then I watched it again without guessing, and I was like, man, this movie's so good. Like, there's so many good things about this movie. Get Out has everything. The movie makes you think a lot, and those are the best kind of movies. Yeah, it's so good. Catherine Isabel's American Mary. The scream factory of that film heavily relies on Mary's psyche, and after being sexually assaulted by men, it sets up the path for character for the whole movie.
Yep.
God, I hate sexual assault.
Yeah.
Visit
So do
is
I.
just so amazing. Yep. Oh, there's a lot of Mickey going on tonight. I love Get Out. All right, so we are going to start off at number 4, and that is my dude Night starting us off this time.
Okay, so for number 4, I mean, we've just been talking about it, and there's a reason. This movie is, to me, it's just a great movie from beginning to end, and it is Get Out. When I first saw this movie, it just kind of washed over me, all the little layers, you know, kind of like what you were saying, Ken. You're watching it and you're thinking about where is this going, and for me, I do that quite a bit, but I try to stop myself, and I was able to stop myself, and I just went on the ride, and all the little things, like you said, the family, Allison Williams as the girlfriend who was just, I mean, I literally have lived some of those things, so it was really. It was so really well done, and the horror is just underneath the surface. It's just underneath the surface, the tension and the awkward feeling that Daniel Kaluuya is feeling, which, by the way, he was fantastic in this movie.
Oh,
So
yes.
good.
And just-
Good.
Yeah, and it's little things that are just starting to build and make you think and so forth, and it just builds to this ending that is just so powerful. Like you said, the whole idea of the sunken place, what a creative, fresh take for something in horror that isn't new. I mean, hypnosis is not anything new, but they took
Right.
something that we know about and they built it. You know what I'm saying? As far as the mythology of what the sunken place is. And like you said, the horror of those folks that were stuck in the sunken place and not being able to get out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fantastic stuff. This movie is so layered. I think a lot of people, when they watch it or they first watched it, a lot of things probably went over their head easily. And I can understand why. I
Yeah,
really
so
can.
can I. Yes.
Yeah. But that to me is also, and I'm going to say it, I think it's the genius of what Jordan did with this movie. It was so well layered that you can enjoy it multiple times and still get something fresh out of it. So I had to have this on my list. And yeah, number 4 is Get Out.
Nice.
See, and what I love about the fact of what you just said is Ashley and I will be filming our Didn't See That Coming on Get Out this weekend. That'll be out in July. And it's one of those things where I feel like one thing I talked about it earlier with Pride Month. I don't like to do things where if I can't relate to it, I'm not going to talk about it because I feel like I'm being condescending or I feel like I'm being subservient. That's not who we are. But I think Get Out is so much of a horror film first that we're comfortable talking about the impact that movie has. And I just feel like if you can't live it and you can't truly understand, don't talk about it. I couldn't go to somebody that lost their child and say, hey, I know what you're going through. No, I don't. I don't ever want to. And, you know, some of the injustices that you face, some of the injustices that members of the LGBTQ community face, I can't talk about those because I could never understand what you feel. But Get Out is a movie that, while it has those, sorry, you're so far out and I like seeing your face. It's also so much of a horror movie that we are comfortable doing that as an episode. So before Night started, so I'm going to go on with my number 4.
Okay.
And when we talk about something that, hold on, let me grab my boy Mickey real quick. When we talk about something that
Didn't see it coming, did ya?
nothing to me affected Ashley and I. We seen this movie in the theater on opening night at midnight, and nothing. I've never heard a whole cinema go the way that we did when we watched Hereditary.
Ooh.
Yes. Yep. And I know exactly what you're talking about.
Me too. Me too.
Like, grab your face, like looking at you.
Yeah.
What just happened?
Yes.
So,
What the hell?
Yes.
Yeah. And the thing about this movie is throughout the whole movie, there's moments like that. And I'm not going to say it because if anybody hasn't seen Hereditary, I do not want to be the one
to spoil it,
ruin this for you because you need to watch this movie unspoiled. But there's so many. The dinner scene is some of the best acting I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yes.
You sit there with that face on your face, like, oh my God, it's so good. Like
Toni
that's
Collette.
another movie that I just think is
Toni Collette is amazing.
She's a goddess. She is a goddess among women. And there's just so much different like One scene that really gets me that not a lot of people talk about is the classroom scene when he looks over at the mirror and his reflection is giving him that crooked smile. Then his arm goes up, he starts smashing his face on the desk. Like that whole scene is just so dark and brooding, and the whole movie builds up to this amazing twist. Not twist, but amazing ending.
Explosion.
Hail Payman, and it's just I
Chills.
can't lie. Yeah, and say how much this movie affected us. We both walked out of the theater like, we need to see this again tomorrow. Like we need to watch this again right now. So coming at number 4 for me is Ari Aster's masterpiece, Hereditary.
Nice.
What about you, my love?
So I have at number 4, The Invisible Man.
Now, are we talking the Universal Monsters
No,
or the?
we're talking
Elizabeth Moss.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, man. Like,
you never know.
You never know.
You think
but the Universal Monsters Invisible Man was pretty good, though.
It was, yeah.
You keep going. I gotta play dad for a minute. My daughter's screaming for me, so.
Yeah, but when I think about like psychological and how she was tormented and how they played like, he played mind tricks with her, and you're thinking like maybe she is crazy or maybe this really is happening to her. And like even out in public isn't safe anymore. She takes that knife and kills her own sister. And yeah, that movie and then the end, the revenge. So that movie I had to have it on my list just because of all the different things that were going on and how he was playing, mind tricks with her and stuff like that. So that is my number 4.
Nice.
I don't think my earbuds are working. Oh, I can't hear anything.
No.
Oh my goodness, this night.
It's
the
daddy
earbuds
time.
aren't working. Can you hear?
Yeah.
I can't.
I just heard it's daddy time.
That was me.
We can't.
Aw.
You can't hear right now? Try to turn them back on. See if you just
Okay.
lost it.
Sorry, guys.
Like I said, we lost internet today, and it's past our baby's bedtime, so she's grumpy right now.
I don't know. If they're not working. Is the power on?
Okay. Can you guys say something for me?
Hello.
Yep. Hello.
Yep.
Hello.
That's really weird. We lost Ashley's earbud.
You gotta love technology.
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta love it. Did you do yours, Ash?
Yes.
Okay. So that was Ashley's number 4. So
Yep.
Monty, you want to give us your number 4?
My number 4 is probably a movie probably no one really talks about. It's called The Rental.
Ooh.
Okay.
I have not seen it, but I've heard about it.
Yeah, it's about this couples. There's 2 couples. They decide to go away to a bread and breakfast for the weekend, and 2 of the people they work together, and then something happens between the couples, and all of a sudden they think that they have a secret that's going to be exposed.
Ooh.
And then a whole twist comes into effect that threatens everyone's lives that I really didn't even see coming. That's why I love The Rental so much. Now, a lot of people give this movie some slack because they really didn't think this was a psychological thriller because they think because once the true motivations about what's happening into this film happens, and then I think some people they criticize it because it then becomes more of a slasher film. But I still love how the characters are. I love the build up to the first twist happens, and then once we really find out what's really going on, that really puts everybody in danger. That's why I love The Rental so much. So you haven't seen it, Night, you gotta check it out.
Yeah, I'm just putting it down on my list right now, man, because you got me sold.
All right. Can you guys still hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I got hers back. So once she comes back up, we'll go back with that. But I am going to catch up on the chat real quick. Great picks, you guys. Kathy plays a psycho so well. Number 4, Split. Number 4, It Follows. Good choice.
Altered States.
Altered States.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's going
yes.
deep in here.
Old school.
Love to
Yeah,
point
definitely.
at Monty and Knight. So funny. No, I know I do. Like I love these guys, and they're here, and I'm so happy I get to point at them. I love all of you, man. This is so great. Ooh, Double Jeopardy's a good one.
Yes.
Get Out hit me in a different place. Yeah.
Mhm.
Don't get a lot of time. Just want to say what's up. Thank you for subbing to their channels,
Yep.
Lewis. I appreciate
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
it. Yeah, it was amazing. Jodie Foster's Panic Room. Ooh, that's
Ah.
a very good one.
Yes, it
Mhm.
was.
Very, very good one. Yeah, so Louis here. Can't wait for the next episode of Didn't See That Coming. Our next episode is actually going to be released next Friday, and it is on one of my all-time favorite films, Tales from the Hood. So
Nice.
I hope you guys
Nice.
enjoy that.
Mhm.
One of my, like I said, one of my all-time favorite. I feel you on Hereditary. Yes, so good, such a good
Mhm.
film.
Yep.
Oh man, Calvin, you have to watch Hereditary, brother.
Yes.
I'm telling you,
Please
Calvin,
check out Hereditary.
you can't even text me, Calvin. You have to call me after
Mhm.
because you're gonna know the moment we're talking about the minute
Yep.
it happens. Your
Oh,
jaw's
yes.
gonna hit the floor.
Yes.
You need to call me and tell me exactly how you felt about it, buddy.
Mhm.
A24 films are known to hit you in a deep, visceral way. Yes, and that's a good
Yes.
one. I got yours working again, Mom. A24 films are some of the best ever made. I don't agree, but I respect it.
Mhm.
Good pick, Ashley. The restaurant scene with her sister. Yes, when she did the knife throat cut. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah,
I know. Yes.
that's our little girl. Sorry, guys. Her bedtime's 9. She's only 2. My 9-year-old, my 10-year-old. God, my kids are getting old. My 10-year-old's back there with her. My 14-year-old had baseball practice, so he's at home. Perfect Getaway. Timothy Oliphant.
Oh,
Can't
yes.
go wrong with that.
Mhm.
The Rental. You guys need to check that out. That is a very good movie. Y'all have given me a great list of movies. I forgot one though from you, Sledgehammer. It was your number 9. My number 9 was Prisoners with Jake Gyllenhaal and Hugh Jackman. I can't recommend that one enough. Yes.
Mhm.
Cool. Thank you, Calvin. And we love you too. So now we are up to our silver medal. I believe everybody's done their number 4, right? Monty, you just did yours.
Yeah.
Yep.
I did mine.
So-
Yes.
Yep.
So starting at number 3 will be me. And listen, I know that I had The Shining at number 8, but god damn it, I like Dr. Sleep more. So number 3 for me is Dr. Sleep.
Oh, yes.
And this is what I'm about to say is in no way a stab at The Shining. It's in no way derogatory towards The Shining. But I just think that it's so much better. Dr. Sleep is the better film. You want to get up here for a minute, baby? Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
You want to sit down? Everything about Dr. Sleep, I think you got to stand up. Say
Hi.
hi. Show them your
Hi.
shirt. Who's on your shirt? Who is that? Michael who?
Michael.
Is that Michael Myers?
That's awesome.
Kenley.
That's awesome.
Kenley. Hey, Kenley. Hi, I'm Chucky.
Hi, Mister.
Say, want to play?
That's great.
Dr. Sleep, I think, is it's just such a phenomenal film, and I think it actually has one of the best villains of all time in Rose the
Oh, yes.
Hat.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that she's beautiful, she's scary, she's evil. Like she is literally, she is the female Pinhead to me. Like she is the just epitome of evil and ruthlessness and all the above. So everything about Dr. Sleep to me is, we seen it in cinema and I was just like, oh my God, this was so good.
I saw it in the
And
movie theater.
Another
and
good thing about this movie, I think I lost you guys.
Can you hear me?
You still with me?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep, we
Yep.
lost
Great.
it. When we keep walking to the back, we're losing our Bluetooth. I'm sorry. Another thing I think is so special about Dr. Sleep is the fact that when we walk back, we got to leave our speakers up
Okay.
here because they keep shutting off. is the fact that you could go into that movie blind. You don't have to have seen The Shining, and it could still be that great of a movie to you.
Absolutely.
So, coming in at number 3 for me is Dr. Sleep. Do you want to give your number 3, babe, and I'll get her? You want to watch Michael Myers?
Yeah.
So everybody, I think, in this group has talked about my number 3 already, but it is Get Out.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I think we pretty much, we already talked about all the high points and why it's psychological and just the things that he endures and the awkward moments and what they do to him. It's a really great movie, and he did a phenomenal job for sure. So
Say bye,
that
everybody.
is my number 3.
Bye, everybody.
Watch Michael Myers. So I'm really sorry about that, guys. I know she's cute and she's awesome, but we're usually a lot more professional than this. Just with the internet going out, we just had to that, guys. I couldn't bring it in my heart to cancel an episode because of our internet. So again, I apologize. I promise you, we're usually a lot more professional than that. So, Monty, do you want to give us your number 3?
Number 3 for me, it's going to be Saint Maud.
Ooh, yeah. All right, there you go.
I had to put Saint Maud up there because it's. I think it's Morbid Clark. I think that's how you pronounce her name. That did the acting in that one. She was so great in the role. Obviously, we really don't know what caused her to become this way throughout the movie, and we see her digression as she becomes more crazy, and then we get some more visions that she has, especially the ending. That ending is just like, oof.
Yes, it's like what?
What? It just shows you how far off the deep end she went.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. It's a great movie.
Night, you want to give us yours?
Okay, so these last 3 of mine, all 3 of these movies were movies that after I watched them, they just stayed with me for a while. And it was hard to put these in order, at least my number 2 and 3. But for number 3, I'm also going to put out there 7.
Okay.
I saw this movie in the theater, and I saw it at a late show. When I got home afterwards, I literally was up for at least a couple of hours, and the movie just kept sitting with me in my head. And I think the storyline of it, I mean, we talked about that. It's a great story, but the atmosphere in the movie, it was so like you could feel it, you could sense it, and Morgan Freeman was amazing in it. Brad Pitt was amazing in it. Kevin Spacey was creepy in it. We talked about the ending. The ending is one of the most jaw-dropping endings of all time in any movie. Because when I saw it, I was like, did that just really happen? And this was actually, I think, for me anyways, and I'm a big Brad Pitt fan now, but this was really one of the first movies where I looked at him a lot differently as an actor because I thought he was so good in this movie. And the chemistry between him and Morgan Freeman was so good that I really wish I could have seen these 2 characters together again. You know what I'm saying? They were so much like yin and yang with each other. And it was such a great film. It still is to this day. I had to have it on my list. And yeah, I've got 7 at number 3.
Nice.
Great choice. So we will catch up on the chat real quick. The one that was about the love story. The movie I said that was like a love story. Oh, The Nighthouse. The Nighthouse is the one that's a love story. Just popped in to say hi, got to sleep. Hey, watch the replay and have a great night.
Yes.
There's everybody talking about how amazing our daughter is. She is super amazing, so beautiful. I agree. Future horror movie geek right there. She's a horror movie geek now.
She is.
Oh, you're a movie geek now.
Michael. It's amazing. It's so cool.
Right.
Dr. Sleep was fun to watch. The way she said Michael was so precious. 7. Yes, it's so good. Ashley, we have a neighbor and he comes to my window and begs for candy. That's awesome, actually. Where are you getting these movies? Nathan is so chilling. 7 is just amazing. The ending, he's there now banging on my window. That's scary. It's awesome, but let me have some candy.
Right?
No, go home. Jody
want some candy.
Right.
Candy Graham.
Kenley, our daughter, the little daughter, She'll walk around with a bucket around the house like trick or treat.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just give her odds and ends
Yep.
in her bucket.
Here's a pencil. She's
Yeah.
like, I hate you.
I know.
You want some candy?
nice.
You want to give your number 2?
Yeah. So number 2 for me is The Uninvited
Ooh, that's a
Oh,
good
with the
one.
sisters?
with the sisters. Yeah, we did.
Wow.
We didn't see that coming on it.
See that coming on that one. And this is another one that at the end I was like, wow, jaw dropping again. I didn't see that coming. I didn't think that her sister was actually dead. And
Mhm.
It amazes.
what's
It
that?
amazes me. Yeah, it amazes me that a lot of people don't like that one, and I had no
I
problem
like
with it.
it.
I thought it was pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
I know it's based upon the Japanese version, Tale of Two Sisters.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy that one. I can't remember the actress's name, but I thought she was good in it as well. I thought she did a pretty good job, and I thought the twist was pretty good because the way they set it up, you really didn't see it coming.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
When she's looking at herself, in that window, and you realize that it's just her. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Didn't
Emily.
see it coming, did ya?
I didn't. I really didn't. Yeah. That's definitely a good one.
That's what me and you together, we were like, what?
Yeah. Like
And
what's
then-
going on? And then the dad pulls up and then, everything kind of gets unleashed. And,
We ended up watching the Tale of Two Sisters after that. So I
Yeah.
think it's one of those things where if we watched the Tale of Two Sisters first, we'd probably be more partial to that one.
could be.
But I think because we watched The Uninvited first, we're more partial to that one because we've
Mhm.
seen it first. So.
Definitely.
So how about you, Monty? What's your silver medal?
Silver medal is going to be Get Out, number 2.
All
Number
right.
2. It was a fascinating story because Get Out and It Chapter 1, I fought like hell trying to figure out what was going to be my number 1 film between those because I really enjoyed both movies. I really had a tough time trying to figure out which one of these 2 movies is going to be my number 1. It was just as much as I think Get Out was the first time I actually gave away all 5 of my bloody gold coins. That's how I rank my movies because
Mhm.
my guy called the miser. He allows me access to his gold, so I have 5 bloody golds. I have to be careful because he might possess me.
Right.
Possess me, but unfortunately, yeah. So that was the first time I actually gave out all 5 bloody gold coins for that and It Chapter 1, and I fought like tooth and nail trying to figure out which one was going to be my number 1 film for that year. But that's how much I love Get Out. So it comes in, but there is another better psychological horror film better than Get Out, but Get Out is number 2.
Nice.
Yeah. So no, and what I love is I think every single one of us
We
had
did.
Get
Every
Out on the
single one
list.
of us
Yes.
did, yeah.
Like,
Yep.
that shows
Yep.
how much. And what blows me away is Jordan Peele was a comedy guy before this.
I know,
That's
yeah.
right. Yep.
Mhm.
You know, he would a Ron. You know, like
Ron.
for him to go from making amazing comedy, whether it be Mad TV or Key and Peele, to movies such as Get Out, Us, shows the range that man has as a human being and an artist. So, Knight, you want to give us your silver medal?
Okay, so we've already touched upon this movie. This was a movie that I watched one night in the dark, and it literally creeped me out. Like I started to kind of like look around because I was just creeped out about it. And it is a fantastic film. Hereditary is number 2 for me.
Nice.
And I was so impressed. Ari Aster, what he did with this film is just so amazing because it has, again, a lot of layers to this story about this family dealing with this death. And Toni Collette was just fantastic. Everything she did in this movie was amazing. I cannot believe she was not nominated for an Academy Award.
I was very disappointed
Disgusting.
You know, it really was. I mean, I know they don't give horror a lot of respect and so forth, but she should have at least been nominated because to this day, and I do have a number 1, obviously, and I love the actress in that film. But what Toni Collette did in this particular movie, the range that she showed and the emotional heights that she reached was totally amazing. And there was that one scene that you guys talked about where everybody gasped, and we all know what that is.
Yeah.
I actually did a video of that on my channel because to me it's such an amazing scene. But that was a great scene. It made me gasp. But the after effect of it, when a certain character returns home, totally shell shocked, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the next morning happens, and
I just
Tony-
want to die.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and the way you never see her.
Yes.
All you can do is hear her,
Mhm.
and to be able to feel what
Yes.
she is conveying as an actress. That's the magic, man. That's the
Mhm. It
magic.
is.
When she was howling and crying and an emotional wreck, I felt it.
Mhm.
I felt it, and you did not
Yeah.
even see her in that scene. That's how good this movie is. It is fantastic and one of the best modern day horror movies, in my opinion. It's amazing. It really is. So
Mhm.
that's my
Agreed.
number 2.
Mhm.
Nice.
No, 100% agree.
Yes.
My number 2 has not been brought up yet. It has not been brought up on the panel. It has not been brought up in the chat. And it is one of my favorite movies of all time. And it is The Exorcist
Ooh.
3.
Yes.
Ooh,
Oh,
Exorcist.
Ooh, good call.
Good
Good
call.
call.
Yes. I think The Exorcist is the scariest film all time.
Mhm.
Between The Exorcist and The Dark and the Wicked, those are probably the two movies that scared me the most. And The Dark and the Wicked is a fairly new movie.
Mhm.
We watched The Dark and the Wicked at like 3 p.m, and I was like, open the shade.
Oh, yeah, that film will do that to you, The Dark and the Wicked. I really got to give them credit. Mhm.
But what I can say about The Exorcist 3 is when it comes to being a complete film that I truly, truly love and enjoy, The Exorcist 3 I could watch over and over. It has genuine comedy. It has genuine jump scares. That Brad Dourif's performance as the Gemini killer is so good.
Yes.
And there's just so much about The Exorcist 3. And what sucks is Ashley and I didn't watch The Exorcist 3 until so late in life.
Because of
Mhm.
The Exorcist
Because The
2.
Exorcist
We're
2
like,
is
we're done
so
with that franchise.
damn bad.
Yeah.
that we did a top 10 least favorite horror movies, and I think The Exorcist is my number 1. That's how
Yes.
much I dislike that movie. So
Yeah.
coming in at my silver medal is Exorcist 3. So we are at our number 1. Before we do that, I do want to catch up on the chat really quick here. Louis says he hasn't seen Hereditary, so he said he will do
Please
it. It's on
see
his list.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is amazing. You will not regret it. I got to join this channel. Has been amazing. Oh, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
We appreciate that, Heather. My wife loves your pick, Sledgehammer. She said it's so good. I love your wife. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell. Man, thank you, Conrad. That is seriously so kind
Yes,
of you.
thank you.
So I do want. Hey, come here. Can you say thanks, everybody?
Everybody.
Aw.
All right. So now, Horror Miser, Monty, we are going to have you start at number 1. But as always, if you wouldn't mind, start at your honorable mentions and go all the way down to your number 1.
If I can remember what my honorable mentions were, because I didn't mark this down. Mark this
Okay.
down. So I'm just going to start off. If I got this correct, I think number 10 was The Perfection.
Yep.
Number 9 was The Visit. Number 8 was The Others. Number 7 was Secret Window. Number 6 was 7. Number 5 was Split. Number 4 was The Rental. Number 3 was Saint Maud.
Say everybody.
Did I skip into number 3 is Saint Maud. Number 2 is Get Out. And of course, my number 1 movie, Hereditary.
I figured it had to be on there somewhere.
Oh, yes. Best movie of the year. I gave it all my 5 bloody gold coins, and I still can't get that goddamn clucking sound out of my head.
One thing, real quick though, while we're talking about that, all the people in the movie theater that were doing that, you're a dick. And I hate you. To this day, I still hate you because I'm that guy. We were at the movie theater when we went and watched Halloween Kills. I'm sorry, and this person literally pulled out their phone with the flash on and started recording the screen. And I looked back and I was like, mm-mm. Then they did it again, and I was like, "Turn your fucking phone off!" And my son's girlfriend was with us, and she was like,
Yeah.
I was like, sorry, I'm not a dick, but I just paid $75 to take my wife to a movie I'm not gonna let somebody ruin my good time. So
Right.
yeah, I get where you're coming from. But I hated to interrupt you, Monty, but that cluck.
That's yes.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, stop. All right, Knight, you want to recap your list up to number 1?
Okay, all right. So for my honorable mentions, I had Rosemary's Baby, fantastic film, old school. I also had Saint Maud as an honorable mention. My number 10 was Shutter Island. Number 9 was Kill List, which again, that's a good movie, people. Nobody talks about that movie. It's a great one. Number 8, The Babadook. Number 7, Frailty. Rest in peace to the great Bill Paxton. Number 6 was Split. Number 5, Misery. Number 4, Get Out. Number 3 was Seven, and number 2 was Hereditary. And my number 1, again, this movie is one of my favorite movies of all time. I remember watching this with my mom late at night. It has my favorite actor in it, my favorite actress. It is such a great movie. I had to have this as my number 1. I'm going with Silence of the Lambs.
Nice.
And
Look,
man,
Clarice.
exactly. I mean, Anthony Hopkins. I don't even have any words. Man. Seriously, I get a little emotional about it because I love this movie so much. It is such a great film. It got all the major awards at the Oscars. Well deserved. Anthony Hopkins. He's only in the movie for like 18 minutes, but his presence looms over the whole thing. Jodie Foster was amazing. She just solidified herself as just one of the greatest actresses in my opinion. But the film is so, very similar to like what I said about Seven and Hereditary. You can feel the atmosphere of this film. The musical score is amazing and creepy at the same time. Jonathan Demme directing was great. Everything about this movie was great. It's a mystery. You're trying to find this killer. Can she do it? She needs the help from, of course, Hannibal, the cannibal Lecter. And those scenes alone, and everyone talked about how Anthony Hopkins, he's very method, and how he was Hannibal Lecter in that role, and just not even saying anything, but just how he would look at you. And he talked about how he thought of being snake-like, almost like hypnotizing you with his eyes, and he does. So I had to have this, as my number 1. This was the only one on my list that I knew what number it would be at. I knew it would be my number 1. It was just amazing. So
yeah.
So for me, great choice, by the way. I love this because I thought for sure so many people were going to bring up my number 1, and it has not been brought up yet.
Ooh.
wow.
So honorable mentions: the original Wicker Man and Seven. Number 10, The Nighthouse. Number 9, Prisoners. Number 8, The Shining. Number 7, 1408. Number 6, Devil. Number 5, Get Out. Number 4, Hereditary. Number 3, Doctor Sleep. Number 2, The Exorcist 3. And coming in at number 1,
My shirt.
we all go a little mad sometimes.
Psycho.
Yes.
Psycho.
Yes.
I mean, one of the roles that made me want to become an actor was Norman Bates. That's a role that I would love to portray, and I think I could do better than Vince Vaughn.
There you go.
Hey, he did okay.
Yeah, Vince Vaughn did
He
good.
did good.
But that's one of the roles that I watch, and I was like, that I need that. I could do that. I could be that guy. There's not enough good I could say about Psycho. It's a movie that has influenced me so many different ways. Without Psycho, I would not be the person I am today. I could say that for 100% fact. And yeah, I mean, I don't think Scream would exist would it not have been for Psycho. I mean, look
absolutely.
at the whole Scream franchise is so full of Psycho references and nods to the movie Psycho, and the whole franchise and all 5 films we have so far. In every single film, there's at least one nod to Psycho. And Scream, to me, is the best horror franchise of all time. I think Child's Play is my favorite, but I think Scream is hands down the best horror franchise when it comes to continuity and quality of film. It's just the best. I don't think there'll ever be another franchise as good as that one is.
I know, not to cut you off, but again, I know someone who would disagree with you about Scream.
Who's that?
You'll see, if you watch the Horror Hangout live stream coming Friday, it'll be on my channel. One of the persons there, he's not a Scream fan.
Well, I'll tell him I'm sorry.
Now you probably know who I'm talking about.
So
Yes,
for me though, Psycho is it's one of those movies that has withstood the test of time, and I love it right now just as much as I did the very first time I had seen it. So coming in at number 1 for me is Psycho. Do you want to recap your list, my love?
Yeah. So my honorable mentions were Secret Window and Split. 10 was Saw. 9 was What Lies Beneath. 8 was The Sixth Sense. 7 was Identity. 6 was The Jacket. 5, The Visit. 4, The Invisible Man. 3 was Get Out. 2 was The Uninvited. And number 1 for me, this one has already been mentioned, but it's Frailty. I absolutely love the movie.
Number 1.
And when you think about it, there's actually a couple different twists in that movie. And you know, he's the God's hands killer, and you're kind of in the back of your mind, you're like, this guy's crazy. And then you get to the end and you see the twist, and you see everything, like the people who he killed and stuff like that, and how God was protecting him. And that movie, it still holds up today. Like, it came out in 2001, and I mean, I could still watch it now, and it entertains me, and I really love that movie. So that is my list. Yeah,
it's very good. Everybody, great list.
Yes.
Now, I do want to catch up on the chat before we say our goodbyes. I knew that. You are officially her favorite now, Knight. I knew today she's a Silence of the Lambs freak, so I knew she was going to be on that train the whole way.
Thank you.
My first punk band was called Annie Wilkes, so he loves Misery. Oh yeah, I think that right now it's a total psychological horror. But like I said at the top, it's what you make it. You know?
I mean, you literally haunt your dreams, in your brain. So
put the lotion in the goddamn basket.
Me.
I'd fuck.
Put it on the skin so they can put in the basket.
Superhost, Superhost is really good. Very good.
That is good. Yes.
Thanks. I love my Scream. I just want to talk to someone. I wish to talk about it on someone live and tell the backstory. Hit me up on social media. Let's make this happen, Heather. Sledgehammer Horror on Twitter or Instagram. Hit me up. We'll make it happen. This stream has been amazing and fun.
Thank
you, Russell. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
You said 7 Misery and Silence of the Lambs. Did we just become best friends? Tatum is awesome.
Yes,
I can't get enough of Scream. It's just so amazing. Scream is life. I could talk about Scream for hours. Superhost going on the list. It's on Shudder right now. Can't recommend it enough.
Well, yes.
Oh, Louis, dude, you gotta see Psycho.
Oh,
look, I love you, Louis,
Psycho.
but it's so good, man. It's such an amazing. Oh yeah, you knew. Canceled. But yeah, it's so good. You'll love Superhost. Yeah, Calvin, you'll love it, dude. Careful, Sid. You're starting to sound like a Wes Carpenter flick. I know, man. He says, I know. I hear it all the time. I love that, Conrad. Psycho is the movie that started it all.
Yeah.
I agree. Everyone, great picks. Heck yeah, Shaim. I can't wait. All great picks tonight. These two lovely gentlemen both get a sub from me.
Nice.
That's what we're here for.
Thank you.
I actually had my first nightmare about Scream. Funny enough, my first nightmare of all time, and most people haven't even seen this movie, The Lady in White. That movie scared me so bad as a kid. Oh, man, it's an 80s flick. It's free on YouTube. I subscribe to Monty in the Nightwatch Zone. Thank you, Russell. We appreciate that.
You, Russell.
Thank you.
Been here before, but it's nice to meet more people like Knight. I'm kind of new here. What's up, y'all? Not much, man.
Hey.
Thanks for stopping in. We're glad you had a good time.
You know,
What's up, Cody?
it's funny because even though most horror films have not scared me, the only horror film to affect me the most was Jaws
Yeah.
because
Oh, yeah.
sharks are real.
That's right.
And since I've seen Jaws, I have no interest in swimming in the ocean no more. I mean, it's amazing because when I got back from Aruba, people asked me, "Did you go swimming?" I says, "No, because sharks are real."
For me, like the two movies that seriously scared me the most throughout my life were The Exorcist and The Dark and the Wicked. And I'm 36, and The Dark and the Wicked affected me that much. Like that movie legit scared me, man.
Oh,
like
yeah,
watching
man,
that movie, I was scared watching that movie. I was like, oh my god. And I thought I was desensitized. I was like, oh man, movies don't scare me anymore. I watched The Dark and the Wicked. I was like, Ashley, can I sleep with you tonight?
I can see why, because that was good how they set that up.
Yeah. My name on Instagram is just Sledgehammer Horror, or you can get with Ashley. It's just Ashley Sledge on Instagram. Get with either one of us. We'd love to have you on. We'd love talking horror with people.
Yes,
I am so excited. Yeah, we'll have a good time. My number one is the Blair Witch Project. We wrote a song about it. Don't want this to end. It's been so amazing. Thank you, Heather. My first nightmare was Samara. Good call. Yep. Now, before we do sign off here, everybody, as always, we do want to remind you that we have Monty and Nightwatch's links down in the description. So please make sure that you are subscribing to them and watching their content, because you're missing out if you don't. If this is your first time here at Sledgehammer Horror, hit that subscribe button. We would love to have you along. On Friday, we'll be releasing our Versus episode. What we do is Versus, where we talk about two different movies from a past and a remake that they did. And Friday is our Versus on the Amityville Horror. So we'll be talking about the differences, what we like, what we dislike about each one, and taking them and versing them against each other and saying which one we like more of the bunch. So that is being released on Friday. And we do want to throw out this reminder one more time. A week from tonight at 9:00 Eastern time.
Hopefully we have internet.
Yeah, we'll be at our house again. Ashley and I will be doing a solo live, just us, doing a horror version of Would You Rather. So,
and I'm really, that's going to be a lot of fun too.
Yes. So what we're going to be doing is, here's one of my questions. I'll let you know right now. Here's a little sneak peek. Would you rather babysit Damien from The Omen or Reagan from The Exorcist? So I'll be asking Ashley that, and I'll be asking the chat. And we'll get all your guys' answers as well. So please get a bunch of would you rather questions around.
Ask us.
Bring them. We would, we love it when the chat is involved in this stuff. So next Wednesday night at 9:00 Eastern, we hope you guys can come along for the ride. So before we sign off here, Monty, can you tell us what you got coming up on your channel?
Okay. Obviously, my review of The Sadness is up. Trailer for Idris Elba's latest film, The Beast, is up. I think I should have my review of the finished film Hatching should be up. Hopefully I get that up by
what a weird fucking movie.
Oh yeah, that was weird. Yeah, that was weird. I should have that review up hopefully by Friday. Depends upon guys. I'm still working on the review, so I got to get that up. So that's what's coming up on my channel. And this Friday, the Horror Hangout live stream will be coming up. We'll have Sean Patrick Urshan from the Horror Corner. Jen reviews Christian from Jen reviews from the Crave. Marty the Trash Victor Show. Happy birthday, Marty! It's his birthday today.
Yeah,
and,
happy birthday, buddy!
And our special guest will be Cody from H&S Collectibles. We'll be talking about the best and worst of horror of 2022 so far.
Awesome.
Nice.
Can't wait to check that out, and you guys can check that out by clicking these links down in the description and subscribing to him. So how about you, Knight? What do you got coming up on the channel, brother?
Oh man, you know me. I'm just always doing something. We just finished, and Ken, you know this. Friday the 13th is a very special franchise to me. Got me started in horror. We just finished up our ranking live stream of the final girls of Friday the 13th, which was a lot of fun. We also ranked every movie from worst to best. And we will be starting our coverage of A Nightmare on Elm Street. So that way we'll have the Trinity of horror. We've done Halloween.
Nice.
We just finished Friday the 13th. We're going to get into Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm going to be doing some more watch parties this week because I'm going to be having a little bit more openness to my schedule. We did a watch party of Blade last night. That was great. And I'm still going to be doing my morning streams where I just get a chance to talk to viewers and people that are
love
hanging
those.
out.
Oh yeah, I love that. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I try to get in as much as I can because even though I'm working from home, but I still have to take calls.
Yeah, so yeah, it's fun to do because I'm just chilling out and just hanging out with people, which I don't get a chance to do all the time during our streams because we
Right.
just got so much going on. So anyways, yeah,
Yeah,
same
that
with that.
actually,
Awesome.
what you just talked about actually gives me a good idea about subject matter. The original trilogy of I can't remember words together. The original big three, when it comes to old school horror like myself, which was Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing, and Vincent Price,
Yes.
versus Jason, Freddie, and Michael.
I mean,
that's a good one.
Christopher and them will win because that pussy Michael's on the other team. So
Hey,
Oh man,
stop it.
That's something I would like to
Shame.
do, to have the old school big three versus the new school big three.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
Henley, tell Daddy
absolutely.
Michael Myers.
do you like Michael Myers or do you like Jason? She's your daughter. So I do want to say, guys, again, I'm going to catch up on the chat real quick. The first night I did read that one. I'm sorry. Great. Thank you. Yeah. Like I said, just hit us up. We'd love to work with you. I was telling Knight the other day that what if Hawkins lives and ends and has to deal with trauma, even though he could have stopped it in 78. I could see here's how Halloween Ends is going to end. Okay. You guys ready?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
here we go.
Michael and Jamie Lee are going to kill each other, right? And Hawkins is going to be in a straitjacket in a mental hospital, and he's just be like, "Evil dies tonight. Evil dies tonight."
Oh,
and it's going to zoom out. Hold on.
Okay.
Hear me out.
Ashley,
It's going to do a
That's great.
slow zoom out, right? Of him rocking it. Evil dies tonight. And it's going to do a slow zoom out, and it's going to actually zoom out, and he's going to be in the Silver Shamrock factory. And Silver Shamrock's been behind the whole thing, and they're going to come out with a new trilogy of the Season of the Witch, and that's how it's going to end.
Yeah. Keep dreaming.
Jaws, yeah. We will definitely have to go into deep length on that. A Nightmare on Elm Street scared me for years. I will also say the closest thing to a perfect horror movie you can get is the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
If it wasn't for that Freddy.
If it wasn't for that fucking Freddy car and the blow up down,
The blow-up
you
mom.
know. Thank you, Sledgehammer, Ashley, Knight, and Monty G. We love you
Yes,
too. We hope
we
you have
love
a
you.
very safe night. Good. We'll see you next week. Conrad,
Yep.
we'll see you next week.
Yes.
The Beast looks awesome.
Yes.
Hell yeah, I'll be there. Stay horror, everyone. You too,
Yes,
buddy.
you too.
All right.
Can't wait, Knight. Knight, will you go live next? When are you going live?
I won't be going live tonight, although I was thinking about it, but I won't be live tonight. I'm hoping to be live tomorrow morning for my usual, Thursday
I'll be
morning.
there.
Let's have some coffee and a donut.
Nice.
I will be there. So, again, everybody, if this is your first time here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. And again, if you haven't to these gentlemen yet, please hit that subscribe button. We would I know as much as we love to have you, that's how much they love to have you. So,
Absolutely.
Knight, Monty, please don't go anywhere. We got a couple more questions for you, gentlemen.
Okay.
Everybody else, thank you so much for joining us. And as always, I'm Ken Sledge.
And I'm Ashley Sledge.
Keep talking horror,
Stay who you are.
and we'll see you guys soon.
Bye, guys.